The news is live on Joy 99.7 and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Bedouin FM, Pumpurugu, Klenam Radio Bato, Gaskia FM Techiman, and Radio Wa in Wa. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, 3 people arrested by police in connection with violent attacks on Mempasem and Lukula communities in the Savannah region by opposing factions in land and chieftaincy disputes. Meanwhile, the North Gonja District Security Council to station joint military and police personnel in the area.
So when we saw that the situation was becoming tougher, then we deployed those in the boys were asked. So that's about 40.
Also, World Bank highlights the urgent need for the country to restructure certain power purchase agreements as it describes this are wrong and too expensive.
Ghana entered into some PPAs that were the wrong types, in our view, and at the wrong rates, at the wrong prices, and today you are paying dearly for it. There's really an urgent need to restructure these contracts.
In business,
we'll have more from that interview where the World Bank is set to advance more than $2 billion in project and budget support to aid Ghana's economic recovery. That's on the Joy Business Report.
Allowing Judge Ekwesin to contest a Sin North by-election is a calculated risk. That's the assessment by the NDC head of June 27 by-election.
Unless he's convicted and sentenced, nothing bad things from contest. Even when he becomes a member of parliament, there's a risk.
We'll hear from the party's Director of Legal Affairs, Abraham Amaliba, who says the risk is worth taking. And much later in the bulletin, why dancehall musician Stonebwoy assembled some of the world's topmost producers for his Fifth Dimension album.
Ginton is one Amsterdam guy who produced on Drake's last album as well. So these are people who understand the craft and the qualities of what they are using to produce what. And I think we deserve these type of sounds as well.
I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson with details shortly. In our first story, 3 persons have been arrested by the police in connection with violent attacks on Mempasem and Lukula communities in the Savannah region by opposing factions in land and chieftaincy disputes. The police is further pursuing others suspected to have taken part in the attack. Several homes were destroyed yesterday following clashes in the area. Joseph Akable joins me in studio with more from the police statement. Joseph, what more is the police saying?
So the statement first gives an account of what actually happened. It says here that a gang numbering about 50 invaded the Mempasem community and kidnapped a 50-year-old man. They fled into the bush when the police responded to the attack. The police managed to rescue the kidnapped victim and retrieved one AK-47 weapon with 14 rounds of ammunition. On 1st June 2023, the police, while on patrol within the community, responded to another distress call of an attack by another gang on the Lukula community. The said suspects, who were on rampage, burning houses and shooting randomly, opened fire on the police upon seeing them. The police immediately responded and succeeded in arresting 3 of the suspects, namely Razak Suleimana, Musa Shanun, and Karim Abdul Rafiu. The 3 suspects who sustained gunshot wounds during the arrest are currently receiving treatment at a medical facility. A search conducted on them led to the retrieval of 1 pump-action gun, 2 single-barrel guns, 1 long knife, 80 live cartridges, and some talisman and cowries. And finally, it states that calm has been restored and security has been strengthened in Daboya and its surrounding communities to forestall further attacks.
Thank you, Joseph. Meanwhile, the North Gonja District Security Council is hinting at maintaining joint military and police personnel at Lukula, where residents have been forced to flee their homes. DCE Adam Eliasu says the situation remains volatile.
We have this FPU operation, 2 bases in the district. One in the Boya, one in Mankargo. Each of the bases has 20 members. So the first thing that was deployed to the place was the base, the Mankargo FPU base. So when we saw that the situation was becoming tougher, then we deployed those in the Boya were asked. So that's about 40.
Adam Eliasu is DC for North Gonja. Away from that, the Accra Psychiatric Hospital has debunked claims patients are being discharged due to a lack of funds. Earlier, there were reports about how some patients had been released to their guardians because the hospital could not cover their daily expenses. One of the caretakers, Penyin Ampia, who is a relative to one of the patients, told Joy News he's been asked to pick up his twin brother.
And they told me it's a new directive from the government that anyone in the hospital should be sent home and brought back for a new admission. And the money and the things that it entails, as now I can't foot on the bills. And secondly, my twin brother is not well and I can't treat my twin brother at home. So I just came here to give the complaint so that the necessary measures will be taken so that my brother will be sent back to the hospital.
But the hospital's management says all patients who have been discharged are sound enough to reunite with their families. Dr. Peggy Isiedu is a specialist psychiatrist and head of PR at the hospital.
We are letting them go in because they have requested to go home, and it is their right. But they can always come back to the hospital for a reason. They've been requesting to go home, so we have let them go home. Those who have been discharged can be managed at home.
Ghana is facing a pressing challenge at the World Bank as the World Bank highlights the urgent need for the country to restructure certain power purchase agreements. World Bank Country Director Pierre-Frank Laporte believes that many of these agreements were simply wrong, too expensive, and are now acting as standing blocks to other better and much-needed contracts.
But the fact is, in the last few years, Ghana entered into some PPAs that were the wrong types, in our view, and at the wrong rates, at the wrong prices, and today you are paying dearly for it. And also it has an impact because today we're talking of clean energy. Yeah. Many companies want to come to Ghana to do solar and all. Yeah, government wants probably the best thing to do, but you are still caught up with those that you have to pay because you are tied up in this contract. So you will take new ones, you will pay them, you have to pay the other ones. So there's really an urgent need to restructure these contracts.
Meanwhile, Pierre-Frank Laporte believes Ghana's economy can be brought back to life if the country sticks to the policy agreement contained in the IMF program.
Look, it's IMF program. Okay. I cannot say I'm satisfied or not, but what I can tell you, when I read the program document, and as a former IMF staff, as an economist, when I look at the policies in there, I agree with the assessment that the policies, if implemented, are adequate to bring the country to a better place.
Now to Parliament. The Assurance Committee has served notice it will hold the Education Minister Dr. Yao-Se Duchum before the House over the lack of textbooks in some basic schools 3 years after government implemented a new curriculum. Last year, the Education Minister told Parliament's Government Assurances Committee that the situation had been fixed and textbooks distributed to schools nationwide. But after touring some schools to verify the claims, member of the committee, Andrew Chiwete, says some schools are still without textbooks.
The duty of the committee is to go around and ensure that we realize that from JSS 1 to JSS 3, they never receive a single textbook. And we are all aware that the JSS 3 peoples will be sitting their BEC exams very soon. Here is the case, the students do not have the textbooks. And so we think that it is not appropriate. Even those schools that they receive the textbooks, there are some of the schools that have the full complements, others do not have. So we think it's a problem that we have to report accurately to Parliament, and then we'll put the Education Minister right.
Andrew Chiwete is a member of the Assurances Committee in Parliament. A family of 85-year-old killed leper Dari Po, who passed away last Sunday, has been sharing memorable moments from her last days on earth. She has always been full of praise for the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, for the gesture of constructing a home for her. It follows a Joy News documentary by Seth Kwame Boateng that highlighted her plight. Rafiq Salam was part of a delegation that visited the family to commiserate with them on behalf of the Vice President.
According to spokesperson of the family of Darapogo, Felix Nananzuma, the octogenarian killed leper suddenly took ill for some few days before passing on to eternity.
She was sick on Thursday. She fell sick on Thursday. Passed on Sunday, and then they buried her the following day, according to the tradition. So she was buried on Sunday morning.
The story of Darapogo came to light following a hotline documentary by Joy News Seth Kwame Boateng highlighting the inhumane and squalid conditions she's been living under. Darapogo contracted leprosy at a tender age and had all 10 fingers and toes.
Rafiq Salam's report. In entertainment, musician Stonebwoy says African acts deserve to work with the very best in the industry to gain global attention. This is why he went all out to utilize some of the world's best sound engineers on his Fifth Dimension album. Listen.
Ginton is one Amsterdam guy who produced on Drake's last album as well. So these are people who understand the craft and the qualities of what they are using to produce what. And I think we deserve these type of sounds as well. So I just went all the way up on every single song, even the ones that are produced in Ghana match up to the international standards that they have to be. Shout outs to Gazi who produced Manoji. Imagine Guilty Beats.
Yeah.
You know, he done on Beyonce's album.
Amazing guy.
He produced Run the production from Life and Money with J5, who's done Burner's albums, etc. Therapy and More of You was done by Super Dupes, who's done Bruno Mars. Into the future with you.
Musician Stonebwoy then. That's all for the news at 6. Our top story this hour, 3 persons arrested by police in connection with violent attacks on Mimpasem and Lukula communities in the Savannah region by opposing factions in land and chieftaincy disputes. I am Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is up next on the Super Morning Show.
Love and you know it's safe. Baby, never listen to what them say. Into the future with you. I'm not gonna leave you at the end of the road.
Are you looking for a new way to revise for your WASI? Then Joy Learning has everything you need in place. Yes, we are back with the 2023 revision show for SHS 3 learners. Don't worry, your favorite question of the day section wasn't left out. And you can engage with your facilitators during live TV lessons, ask questions, and get real-time feedback in the comfort of your own space. The 2023 revision show for SHS learners shows every Monday to Friday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Joy Learning. Joy Learning. Learning is so fun. Joy Learning. Keep learning.
The most exciting, entertaining, and competitive cookery show. Big Chef Tertiary Edition coming soon.
Conditions apply. Remember, promotion ends on 7th August 2023. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
You worry, just be happy. Don't you worry.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM and the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. Now time for the Joy Business Report brought to us by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. Akbafu.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. You?
Oh, fantastic. You know, it's a Friday, and we love Friday, so how to do it.
I see you counting some cash for the weekend.
Please. You have not seen anything.
Wow. A lot of brown notes.
You're a man of God. Don't say that. Akwafu. So, today we have a very exciting conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We've asked the question, why is it that women would want to slash, slice, and sometimes enhance how they look? Is it just because of, to boost their confidence, or they do all of these things for men? But for you, I'd like to find out from you. Would you advise your wife to do that?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, why?
Hell no. Why would you do that? Unless we're trying to fix a deformity, which I guess was the initial intention for some of these procedures. But now people, I don't know. I think people just lack confidence in themselves. Or maybe the public doesn't help. Maybe they are being mocked at or laughed at because of how they look. But I guess it's because they lack self-confidence. And some of them also to get the attention of men. I mean.
Well, initially we had this whole conversation of Obakoko. And
yeah.
so people started, trying
to... So if you're not fair, people started bleaching.
No, they call it toning, they're toning.
Okay, toning.
Toning, and then they
not bleaching.
Then all of a sudden it became a boob job. Now it's a Brazilian butt lift.
What's that?
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know what that is?
Or what's that?
Stay with us here on the Super because we're going to be telling you
more
about
the
that.
butt lift, or is it to increase the butt or lift the butt? What's that supposed to do?
How do you increase your butt? You want to lift it. You want to make it look good, isn't it? Anyway,
hey!
We'll get into this conversation.
I need to point, some of them actually look like deformities after they are done. I mean...
See, listen, we went around and asked a few people why they thought women would engage in, the body enhancement and all of that. Listen to this before we go for the Joy Business Report.
In a way, it helps boost that lady's confidence, and it helps boost my self-esteem as a woman.
Some females haven't been able to do anything, and they believe that their value is their beauty, and therefore they have to enhance it in order to get the men that they desire.
They do it to attract men because men like to see nice body shapes, like curvy women. They like it.
Well, if you're doing this to boost your self-confidence, it won't work. Because every day you be on the lookout. Am I looking good? Am I looking that? I mean, that argument.
How about we hear from the women?
Okay.
Join us on Twitter. Use the hashtag JoySMS. Now, would you want to do that? That's if you haven't done that. If you have done that, why did you do that? Use the hashtag JoySMS. I mean, we'd love to share your thoughts with the rest of the world, and I'd also love to hear from the men. Let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. It's now time for the Joy Business Report with Darryl Kwao and the team.
Good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report Friday edition. Coming up, World Bank to advance more than $2 billion in project and budget support to aid Ghana's economic recovery. Also ahead, Ghana Hotels Association warns incessant increase in electricity and water tariffs could affect cost of production. Derailing moves to make Ghana a top tourist destination. Also, Ghana Revenue Authority justifies arrest of some 2 Chinese nationals flouting value-added tax laws. Details coming up. Thanks for being with us. My name is Darryl Kwao. The World Bank is set to advance more than $2 billion in project and budget support funding to Ghana. This will be released over the next 4 years, subject to some reforms in the energy, revenue, and financial sectors. However, the first tranche of $300 million should be released by September this year. Country Director of the World Bank, Pierre Laporte, disclosed this on PM Express Business Edition.
Our plan, our hope, is we can bring this to the board by September. But it will all depend how fast we reach agreement with government on the prior actions. It may be September, it may slip in October, but we're hoping we need to do it this year because IMF has factored into its financing gap. You know, when IMF goes to the board, if there's a gap, they cannot go. So they factored in 300 million from the World Bank. This 300 million, I want to be very clear, it's not acquired, it's not given, it's not taken that World Bank will come and give. We need to have a strong reform package from government that accompanies as prior actions for us to deliver this 300 million. And these have to be in areas where us and government agree. These are areas that have caused problems for the budget or for the sectors. For instance, I cannot go in all the details because we are still talking, but where we feel we want to intervene in 4 pillars. The social protection program is going to the board. It's already submitted. It's just a matter of going through. Of course, we're hoping the board members will approve, and I think they will in the circumstances.
World Bank Country Director Pierre Laporte there. If you missed that interview, it re-airs this morning at 11 on the Joy News channel. Now, the Ghana Hotels Association is warning that increases in electricity and water tariffs could affect moves to attract more tourists to Ghana. The association pointed out that Ghana's hotel business is already considered one of the most expensive on the African continent, a description that is compelling tourists to choose other African countries for tourism purposes. Speaking to Joy Business, President of the association, Dr. Edward Akanyamike Jr. appealed to government to support the operations of hoteliers by reducing electricity and water tariffs.
What it means is that the cost of doing business is going to go high. Now, it simply means that the rates that we keep complaining about, which our clients and customers, both domestic and international, they keep complaining about, it's still going to go high. And that certainly is also going to affect patronage. And that is where our concern is. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to get our customers to also share in that increment.
You had Dr. Edward Akanyamike Jr., President of the Ghana Hotels Association. The Ghana Revenue Authority has justified its action to arrest 2 Chinese nationals in the Tema metropolis for failing to issue value-added tax invoices. The authority is on a move to plug revenue loopholes to rake in more funds for the state. Head of the enforcement team, Joseph Annan, told journalists that all the people arrested were qualified to issue VAT invoices but failed to do so. Here's more.
The team from the Ghana Revenue Authority and the Criminal Investigations Department picked up 2 Chinese supermarket managers and 4 local retail operators who were busily serving customers at the time of their arrest. According to head of the team, Joseph Annan, these 6 persons will be made to pay higher penalties.
Surprisingly, none of them have come to us that they don't qualify and we have picked them up. We'll also look at where we go to before we look at the size of the business and all that before we even go in to do the tax purchase. And you see, when you are not registered and we pick you up, then your penalties are more than the one who is registered and not. Because then the audit takes you back to when you were supposed to have registered and you failed to do so.
In all, 19 persons have been picked up so far to face prosecution over the VAT infractions. Mr. Annan has hinted that 2 of the managers who were facing same charges were made to pay their penalties after audit.
The first 2 weeks, we have done the preemptive assessments. We've given them their bills and we ask them to pay immediately. And then the CID is also working on their statements. We also do our statement and give it the CID.
Failure to issue the VAT invoice has denied the state of revenue to embark on certain government businesses.
Well, in other news this morning, Ecobank Ghana has committed an amount of $120,000 to help in the fight and elimination of malaria by 2030. According to Executive Director and Head of Consumer Banking at Ecobank Ghana, Dr. Edward Butche, malaria remains a key public health and socio-economic problem which needs to be tackled head-on. Speaking at the launch of the Zero Malaria Business Leadership Initiative, Dr. Butche called on the private sector to invest in ending malaria.
For us in EcoBank, it is not just about some CSR effort and some attempt to tick a box or some attempt to be seen to be playing a role. But this is something that we strongly believe in, and we think that with our effort all put together, we are able to achieve this aim that we have earmarked for ourselves as a country. That's why this partnership for us is extremely important. And as part of the fund, as part of our efforts at addressing this, we are contributing seed capital of $120,000 to the effort. And for us, again, it is not just about the figure, but in addition to the amount that we are contributing, making available our platforms for our customers to be able to contribute and for us to be able to raise much more funds in this effort.
That was Executive Director and Head of Consumer Banking at Ecobank Ghana, Dr. Edward Butche. Now, an increasing number of informal sector workers are falling victim to investment scams. The rise in digital communication platforms has exposed traders and artisans to the risk of being swindled by unscrupulous firms who often promise higher returns and low risk on investment. Today on the Joy Business Journal, Lab FM's Mona Lisa Frimpong speaks to some individuals who have fallen victim to such scams.
Speed, roll it.
That is the voice of depressed Evelyn Boating, a hairdresser at Bantama in Kumasi. She has lost over 20,000 Ghana cedis to a failed investment scheme.
I made several investments, but now the companies are all defunct.
Most victims do not have enough money to engage the services of a legal practitioner to access their locked up funds.
My money is not huge, so I cannot afford the services of a lawyer.
At the Swami Industrial Hub in Kumasi, staff of some unregistered financial institutions have been moving around in a bid to attract customers. Zonal Chairman of the Ghana National Tailors and Dressmakers Association, Prince Charles Udru, says some of his members have fallen victim to these suspicious schemes.
Some suspicious financial institutions have their staff moving around our zone hoping to win clients.
Continuous sensitization has made informal sector workers worry. However, victims have recorded a decline in business. They have lost interest in seeking assistance from financial institutions.
Now, we are becoming more vigilant.
I fear saving at the bank. I plow back profits instead.
The Ministry of Finance is embarking on a financial literacy campaign to promote responsible financial behavior. Andy Amexon is head of banking and non-bank units at the Ministry of Finance.
You'll be surprised to know that it is not the illiterates that fall mainly. Even literates fall. Now, you follow the issue with men's gold. They are literates, okay? People with high status in society that had also given their money into those investments. So the Ponzi scheme, it can hit anyone. So if we don't educate people to be alert and know exactly the risk that has to go with these things, I mean, it doesn't matter your status. You'll be surprised. Those whose investment will go down.
The media have been urged to take deliberate steps to evaluate products being advertised by financial institutions before advertising these products on their channels. For Joy Business, Mona Lisa Frimpong reporting.
Thanks, Mona. Mona there with our business journal. As we wrap up, let's check up the markets for you. On the commodity market this morning, crude oil opened trading at $74 a barrel. Gold went up by more than $2, selling this morning at $1,980 an ounce. Cocoa recorded a marginal increase trading this morning at $3,008 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 80 pesos on the forex or retail market. The pound going for 14 cedis 50 pesos. The euro selling at 12 cedis 50 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. Thanks for listening, everyone, and a happy Friday.
Yeah, thank you very much, Daryl Sechu Kwao. Do enjoy your day. Okay.
Yeah. I'll be listening to this morning's conversation.
Oh, you'll be listening, eh? You want to understand?
I want to understand more.
Okay. No problem. Well, let's see. I mean, we've asked the women to join us and tell us whether they are prepared to undergo Brazilian butt.
For some of them, it's an investment that they're going to yield returns on, right?
Well, those are your words. I don't know about that. Thank you very much, Daryl Kwao, for joining us with the Joy Business Report here on the Super Morning Show. Time now for our inspirational song for today, and that's brought to us by Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC pipes and water tank. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. And it's Donnie McClellan with I've Got My Mind Made Up. That's our inspirational song for today by Donnie McClellan.
Jamaican songs. But if we sing them, you gotta get out of those seats and you gotta dance like you're really from Jamaica, or your parents were from Jamaica.
Brazilian butt lift has nothing to do with Brazilian culture.
No.
It is actually named after the first surgeon who did the surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact.
He had butt in his name?
No.
Okay.
As in like he did the surgery.
Okay.
So they named the entire practice after him.
Okay, so he was Brazilian?
Yes, he was Brazilian. So that's the connection. It's not as if, so people think that because the species, it looks predominated by people of African descent, especially in the Caribbean too. You see them a lot. I mean, they display it a lot actually. So that's why many people actually.
Very good fun fact this morning.
Yeah, yes. Fun fact.
On that note, let's get to our Drive Safe campaign. We'll come back to this. I know Raymond is very interested in this particular topic. I wasn't around yesterday.
I am interested in the well-being of
all
people.
I was doing a thing or two, and then I got a notification, and I said, this should be Kojo's topic, but I'm now convinced that Raymond Aqua pitched that topic.
Very interesting.
Well, Mbura has just confirmed it. Let's continue to our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. So avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Drive with your lights on at night, and that's how you drive safe. Now time for us to learn how to say it right, brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done. You say?
Oh boy, what a night I've had. I didn't sleep a wink. I think there's a bird trapped in my ceiling. It's infuriating, actually. At first, I couldn't figure out where the chirping was coming from. It took me 3 whole hours to home in on the source of the sound. Now, please bear in mind, I said home in, not hone in. It's home in. H for hotel, O for Oscar, M for Mike, E for echo. The expression means to find and move directly towards, as in homing pigeons or homing missiles. Hone, on the other hand, H for hotel, O for Oscar, N for November, E for echo, means to sharpen or refine over a period of time, as in she spent the holidays honing her skills as a masseuse. Boy, I could do with a masseuse after the night I had. Anyone know where I can home in on one?
You say either.
You now know how to say it right. Let's get into the newspaper review brought to us by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different.
Now, there are very interesting stories on the front page of the Finder. One of them is public education should precede construction laws enforcement. You know that there is a code, right? The Vice President actually launched a codified, a virtual version of that particular document. A lot of very important rules in there. More important than merely writing on buildings, stop work, produce permits. If we follow those codes, if we follow every single provision in it, the problems we have with buildings in this country, and some of our buildings are completely substandard. Some of the buildings, it's only God that's keeping them alive. But we still have it there. The only difficulty is that people build and finish building before they get permits. It's become the norm. Then assemblies will, in the course of your building, come and write something. People will then go and pay. Then in the throes of that, they go through that particular end. Even though you can get permits for stages.
Yeah.
Our difficulty as a people is that, in fact, they say they don't have enough people to monitor the various stages of buildings and all of that. Sometimes it requires very competent people to do the job.
Look,
so, what we are told is that a lot of public education is required.
Look, I always make this point that years ago, we bought a land and we're going to build on the land. So we went to the assembly for a permit. When we got to the assembly, we had a plan and everything, and the assembly told us that that area is a waterway. So if you build there, your home will get flooded. And that's why we didn't build there. But we only got to know.
I've been lucky.
Yes, we got to know because we went to the assembly. But there's another problem.
As in prior to construction.
Prior to construction. There's another problem here. Now, there are a lot of people who these days hand over money to workers of an assembly who just get them the permit without inspecting anything. They just say, oh, I need a permit. And they pay, more than even what the permit will cost them. Because sometimes when you go and even apply for it, they say it takes forever to be granted that permit to start work. So they will pay more than expected. the assembly officials, in some instances, do not go and check. All they do is to start construction, and at the end of it, sometimes engage in substandard constructions. So, yes, it's important we engage in public education, but we must also ensure that the right things are done. If your responsibility is to check, go and check. If your responsibility is to grant these permits, grant the permits at the right time.
Exactly. They shouldn't deliberately delay granting of the permits to force people to now start building even before they wait and look for that permit. Else we come back to the same problem again.
But your argument cannot be that there was regulatory difficulty, so I decided to set my own set of laws and implement them.
Legally, it's not your argument. It's not a good argument.
Yeah.
But it's a practical difficulty that makes people go around it. And so the other option would be that if someone who wants to obey the law, like in Winston's situation,
you suffer
he went
unnecessarily.
There. Exactly.
Somebody told me one day, somebody who's supposed to be granting permits and been inspecting, told me one day that, get the land and let's start building.
Yeah.
So don't worry about the permit. Well, it will come later. Start. And that's the problem. I mean, the reality is that, look, people whom you expect to know the right things are actually encouraging you to do the wrong thing.
But the core of this problem is something we cannot dismiss. There's a major housing problem in Ghana, that everybody, mindful of the exorbitant rent one has to pay, will be looking for opportunity to put up their own building, so that they stop these consistent payments, so that they stop this yearly or, every 2 years having to dole out a huge amount of money, which you could use in building your own. But the difficulty is that you are paying and building. So it's double money that you are paying at the end of the day anyway.
Already getting the land itself is another problem on its own.
So if we fix that, it will reduce the incentive for people to feel that, his building is so important to him. So let's prevent him from doing his work anyway. Well, that's the other story. But there's one from bank managers in the Bono region. They are calling on the Bank of Ghana to flash out, government in general, black market operators. According to them, their hands are tied in all of this conversation about exchange rates and the very things to do with the dollar and how to access it and all of that. And they sometimes are blamed for what happens on the market. But the actual people, in their estimation, that are causing the problem on the ground are the black market operators. I recall that the Bank of Ghana really did a soup some time ago. Went to Tudu and the other areas that we all know people were. But some say they are back. I know that in Ghana, just like Galam say, we'll do one show. Then we may be informed the people I thought when we finish the show, you can come back and do your work, okay? Because that's when the media followed us.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The black market.
Yes.
If the central bank really wants to curb that, they can. The truth is that they know where the black market is. If you go through our formal system today, even the banks, there are times some of them actually go to the black market to get dollars.
Yeah.
Look.
Or call them to come for it.
They call them. Oh, in fact,
because the question is, where do they get the dollars from? These are very simple, ordinary people in society.
The truth is that, look, I'm not going to mention areas, but there are areas you can go today. And a businessman told me one day that, look, there are times you can even get $10 million from them. And if you go to their house, you would never believe this man has $10 million.
Yeah.
But he can give you $10 million. Okay, he will just give you $10 million. He lives in a chamber and hall, okay, but very air conditioned and everything. He knows what he's doing. The people know. Some of the banks go to them when they need dollars. So let's not pretend we don't know them. Okay, why? How did they arrest them the last time? They went to the airports. They went to places where they are, and sometimes when they come to you, they just ask you, do you need some dollars?
Yeah.
Do you want to change some currency?
Yeah.
You can always grab them. They know where they are.
We've done it before. We've actually sent people from the BOG to go try shopping.
Yeah.
Across place so that they can grab people. But, we will sustain it.
Well, sometimes when you have a balance of payment deficit and you need support,
the
question really is that, what do you do? These people should be putting it through the formal system so that would actually help the situation.
There's this other story, so forgive me, I didn't know that you finished that point, but over 62,000 Ghana cards are claiming the Western and Western North regions. And related to that, the activated SIM cards can still be registered. This is the telecom chamber giving us some detail on what's the status of deactivation. We understand that millions of people cannot make calls because they are cards. I mean, quite frankly, I've reached a point where I have very little sympathy for people who have not registered, frankly. I was 100% for extensions. It reached a point, it became completely nonsensical, the rate at which we were going, and the deadlines being almost useless. But now, I do not feel that people who have not registered have very legitimate reasons.
Well, some
a
actually
chunk
do.
of them.
Some actually do.
Yeah, I want to believe
because
they
I mean,
do.
I also believe that way. I also had shared your view until a friend of mine sent his wife's Ghana card chit. Since 2019, she's been following up and still unable to get her Ghana card. I'm telling you, since 2019. So that was when I said, look, that people with genuine concerns.
Yeah, but I agree with Raymond that those people are in the minority.
Of course, they're
because
in the minority,
if you pick just 2 weeks ago, moving around the telecommunications company, there were not many people there. But
and all of a sudden yesterday, there were people on Wednesday.
It's almost like we deliberately wait the very last few days that we create the impression that, oh yeah, I was trying and I tried my very best and did all the... Really?
Anyway, let's get to the other papers.
Yes, quickly do the front page of the Daily Guide. I was in Ghana on my birthday. That is according to Napo, and it's on the front page of the Daily Guide.
Is this the retraction and apology?
The story is a
Because
story.
that's what they demanded.
It's a story that has been published. The story is on page 6. Okay, so it's a Daily Guide report. No, it's not an apology.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, it's not an apology. It's just a story about the statement that was issued. Yes. So some other stories on the front page. 7 killed in fight over land. One of the burnt houses. This is at Lukula in the Savannah region. Tema TikTok couple caged. Afoko denied bail again. And in quote, Kumonga refuses to plead. Talking about Oliver Baka Vomao. Yesterday he was arraigned and he exercised his right under Ghana's Act 30, Section 238, not to state his plea when he was asked whether he is guilty or not. But when you refuse to do so, the court will simply enter a not guilty plea for you. So that is the latest on that. Some other story here, the PRC is talking about tariff adjustments and indicating that the decisions, they said they've had to do that to recover the full amount because of electricity cost. Yes, and so, I mean, we know that it is one of the conditions under the IMF program. Yes.
It is. So it's not anything. Yes, we want to recover the cost and all, but because we've been told to do so.
Okay. There's a single line in that IMF statement they issued, which suggests that all of this is geared towards full cost recovery.
Exactly.
Full cost recovery, and I mean, at some point, if you are doing full cost recovery, is it also justified to put margins and taxes on it?
No, it's not justified. Well, you see,
so I'm asking myself.
I'm going to say this: it's not justified. If we're doing, and this is the problem. Government has always looked for the easy way out in taxing people.
Yeah,
they've looked for the things that can quickly bring them money. So, like for instance, petroleum.
Yeah.
So they use petroleum, get some money, and that's it. And here to put some few margins on it. I think that if we're going to go for a full cost recovery, then what we must experience is the total removal of any form of margins on it, so that I pay for what I'm consuming, and that's the end of it. I mean, that's very simple. If we want to do things right and do it properly, you've seen the upfront payment of VAT, for instance. That's to discourage people who are not registered with the Ghana Revenue Authority for VAT. Because the truth also is that there are some people who actually, listen, this is what they do. They have main companies, register smaller companies, use the smaller companies to import for the main companies and escape payment of VAT at the ports. That's what they do. So you will not get them. Now
Is that tax planning, avoidance, or evasion?
Well,
I think it's avoidance actually. I think it's avoidance.
I disagree, but yes.
Why do you disagree?
I'm not going. I know where it's coming from. I'm not going to answer that. So let me move on. So you've seen the GRA being smart about and say, okay, pay. When you pay, you can come and claim it later. And if you want to claim it, either you are giving full amount, part payment, or you are denied. But if you want things to be very easy for you, just register.
Okay, yeah.
And then we go. Anyway, the new Crusading Guide says energy expert, so energy analyst really, heats up MPP flag bearer race as Nsafua Poku picks form to lead party.
What's on the front page of the paper, Winston?
It's on the front page of the paper.
No, what does the story say?
Kojo Poku.
No, you edited the story. What does the story say?
Energy expert.
Okay.
He's an energy analyst.
Okay.
Okay.
He's an energy analyst.
But Raymond, you agree or disagree?
No, I agree 100%.
With which one? The paper or the edited one?
The edited one.
He's an energy analyst.
Yeah. I mean, you see, with all due respect, we cannot water down the expressions, and we do it a lot, right? By merely ascribing to people certain titles that it then loses the effect when the right people are actually supposed to be called it. Do you get my point? So, well, I mean, for media's sake, it can be, people can say what they want to say, but he has the right to not feel or allow that form of apparent misrepresentation to be passed on.
So that's an energy analyst, Kojo Poku, who says he's going to lead the NPP to victory.
Oh, he's part of the race.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's picked up his form. I was telling Raymond the last time that, people have different reasons for wanting to get into politics. For some, it is to win and become, president or flag bearer.
Yeah.
For others, it's just to put themselves out.
Political participation is very important.
Oh, very, very important.
Yes.
So he says he's going to win. I mean, I'll be surprised if Kojo Poku makes it to the top 5. But let's get to our online news review, brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. I've told you he's a pretender to the race. He's not part of the contenders.
No, I believe that younger people should aspire to lead political parties wherever they happen to be.
Yeah.
So I have no difficulty.
But there are young people that today, their names come up in discussions about who should lead the NPP in future. You would hear Samia.
No, I'm talking about now, not future.
You hear Samia Uku, who will turn 40 next year. You hear Kojo Oponkruma, who is 40 already. You hear Samuel Dubik Mahama, who is 40 years. You hear others who are 40 years.
Yes.
Kojo Poku, no. Please arrest 3 persons pursuing others in connection with attacks on Mempiasem and Lukula communities in the Savannah region. Let's go for the BBC News.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Are you looking for a new way to revise for your WASI? Then Joy Learning has everything you need in place. Yes, we are back with the 2023 revision show for SHS 3 learners. Don't worry, your favorite question of the day section wasn't left out. And you can engage with your facilitators during live TV lessons, ask questions, and get real-time feedback in the comfort of your own space. The 2023 revision show for SHS learners shows every Monday to Friday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Joy Learning. Joy Learning. Learning is so fun. Joy Learning. Keep learning.
The exciting, entertaining, and competitive cookery show. Big Chef Tertiary Edition coming soon.
It's Black Sheriff KK Rasta in the building. 10th June, rep your Jesse. It's live. Rasta's active everywhere, every corner of that venue. You understand? Blessings. Pull up with your people, with your mommy, your papi, your sister, your cousin. Everybody, pull up. Blessings.
Hi guys, my name is Rosalyn Fairley and I work on Joy Prime Television. On the 10th of June, we are all meeting at the Aviation Social Center for Rap Your Jersey. Nice hits of a Rap Your Jersey. We are back again. Which team do you support? Do you support Man City or you support Inter Milan? Well, I am for Man City, and so I say go Man City. Let's meet there and support our favorite teams. It's on the 10th of June. Don't miss out. I hope to see you. Bye.
Hey! I love I don't even know, rap your Jesse. DJ's November Live. The 10th of June. Before come to action song. Some striker. Bantama Lukaku.
Hey, what's up, my people? It's your boy Vanilla, aka Lala. And on the 10th of June, I'll be live and representing skillfully on the pitches, you know, at the Hits Rep Your Jersey 23. Charlie, is the biggest sports outdoor event happening this year. And I can't wait to be present to show you my skills, Charlie. I want to see all my people there. Come, let's show ourselves something. You understand? Don't be left out. It's free. I want to see you there. Sharp.
Yo, welcome my people. This is your boy Kwame Yesu, Charlie. On the 10th of June, it's all about the Hits Rep Your Jersey. Charlie, they pull up with the whole gang. Make sure you come through. Come support your team. Biggest.
The acclaimed Ghanaian writer Ama Ata Aidu has died at the age of 81. A former education minister.
So the judgment has finally come through in the Supreme Court case about the by force proceed on leave. I remember all of us talking about this when it happened. All of us talking about it. And you know, this is the thing that I always bring up, that here in this country, we pretend as if the law is the only consideration in all things. That legality of it is the only consideration. So as long as the president legally can do something, he will do it. Well, I mean, thankfully, it's now been proved that he didn't even legally have the right to do it. But at the time, he thought he did. And all of us, well, those of us who supported the president in his action, felt like, oh, as long as it's legal, it's fine. So we sometimes put aside morality, which is also a responsibility of leaders. You have a moral responsibility. So when you are removing a person who is performing based on a technicality, I mean, aren't you even shy? Aren't you even ashamed that everybody will see what you are doing? But you hid behind your belief that you had the legal right to do so. Now the Supreme Court has proved that you didn't. You were wrong to remove the man at the time when he was saving the nation. You removed him. And you were wrong to do so. You violated the Constitution to do so. So obviously you made our nation weaker. This is exactly the reason why certain laws are put in place. Now, I don't want to be political because I don't care who benefits or who loses. I just want our nation to come out on top. We chose someone as president. He swore an oath. He said he will protect the Constitution. If you violate the Constitution, there must be consequences. That's my view. And the consequence that we know, stated in the law, is that if a president violates the Constitution, he is eligible to be impeached. I want to see Parliament taking this up. It's the process. Even if in the end, because they have the majority in parliament, he is not impeached, the fact that the process must go through is important so that we know that we live in a nation of laws. You said you had a legal right to remove the man. You removed him. You did not have the legal right. You violated the constitution in removing him. You made the nation weaker. Someone must pay. We should stop making presidents untouchable. Let's touch them so that next time when they are making decisions, they'll think.
The area of constitutionalism is generally called limited government. So we clip the powers, or you are supposed to act within certain limits so that you not abuse your power. That was, to me, was a bigger argument than even whether the guy was required to stay or what. That we have established an independent institution of state. Be mindful of how you seek to interfere with the work of that institution. But we're, for example, told that in this country, people don't like going on leave because they are sitting on face. Yeah, surprisingly, they are sitting on face. And Kojo, when the man went on leave, do you know what we did? We commissioned an external body to review all his procurement practices. Yes, he was invited to Yoko. In fact, if there is an individual who's been subjected to review, I'm sure he has been subjected to review more than the president.
Imagine.
Yet nothing happened to him. We concluded that, well, he has not done anything wrong in office and that he should proceed with it. Dom level was everybody's darling until the Crown Associates issue happened, which had everything to do with powerful people in government. He used to say that, if fight corruption will fight you back. Then people are saying that you be sailing, smooth sailing, do surcharge, do all of the other things. The day you touch powerful people in government, they'll show you where power lies. And that's how we got rid of the guy. And let's not pretend. There was a time that his nationality, whether he was Togolese or Ghanaian, also, in fact, yes. And age matters became an issue too along the line. But me, I would have preferred over-aged Togolese Auditor General who could surcharge and retrieve resources for this country. At some point, we were listing that as a success of this government, that some 4 billion or so had been saved. And yet, when push came to shove and everything had to do with the politics of the day, he had to go. But let's think about how we have within that space not advanced the development of our country. Let's think about how his successor, now we don't know whether he no longer believes in surcharging and disallowance, but he has his own terrain that he's running. But let's think about how that's become a problem. And ask ourselves that big question. Was it worth it, all the energy we put into removing this particular man?
Well, it definitely wasn't worth it. I think that as a people, we may have realized now that we took the wrong decisions. And that's, actually, the thing with us, when someone is
we didn't take the decision.
When I say as a people, I'm talking about the government. So, you can appreciate it that way. Now, the fact that as Ghanaians, one of the major challenges of our political elite is that they want everybody succumbing to their whims and caprices. They want everybody singing their praise every day. And so once you're doing things that makes the former government unpopular, Domelevo is the man. This is the man that, disallowed and surcharged lots of expenditure under the previous administration because they didn't meet the requirements. Then now he takes the government, current administration on, and it becomes an issue. Why? Because certain persons just don't want to be touched. This whole issue, as for the issue of his nationality, that was settled long ago. But the penchant for always trying to link people to another country in itself is problematic. And his age and everything. Look, today we have the Supreme Court has shown that decision was a very bad decision. That decision, and the government should be apologizing to the man and the people of Ghana for having taken that decision.
Have you seen some people even saying that, the NDC did it, and the males, they did it to
I am not interested. I'm not interested in
the level to which we can.
Past.
Yes,
I'm not interested in dwelling in the past. Part of our problem as a people is that when something happens, instead of confronting it, we want to go into history to use that to justify it, and by so doing, continuing to become the backward society that we've become.
All right, so
the BluePay POS device. Call or WhatsApp 054-7220-200 or visit bluepay.com.gh to register and get BluePay for your business today. BluePay, never miss a sale.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. It's
99.7 FM. We asked, why would women want to engage in that perilous procedure of slicing, slashing, their body just to look great?
Helps boost that lady's confidence, and it helps boost my self-esteem as a woman.
Some females haven't been able to do anything, and they believe that their value is their beauty, and therefore they have to enhance it in order to get the men that they desire.
They do it to attract men because men like to see nice body shapes, like curvy women. They like it.
Raymond, I have a simple question for you.
Yeah.
Would you advise your wife to do that?
No.
Why not?
You say advice?
Yes.
Yes, because I believe it's not worth it. I believe a person's self-worth should not be connected to the body mass index or body conformation. That's my position.
Okay.
But I think for the person involved too, she may come to a determination that that's what will make her feel better. And that one, you can really not fight it that much. Because the factors that go into this, they differ. Sometimes it's not only for other people. You get my point, right? So if there are men today who are spending all their time in the gym, building muscles and demanding to get six-pack because they want to meet a certain standard. I know you and I, we don't qualify by that criteria for the avoidance of that. So if we don't issue the criteria, people will act like they don't understand. See, people do things for varied reasons. We can presume that health, why we want to get healthy, so yeah, you have to exercise and all of that. But some do it beyond the healthy part to get wonderful six-packs so that they can influence a certain appeal. So self-worth, connection to body outlook. Do you get my point?
Yeah, I get you.
That self-worth and connection to body outlook is what drives some of these things. But there is also something we should call out, an insane obsession. As if everybody is being forced into that area. Check TikTok videos. You see some of them. Where you've seen this video where a gentleman is asking a woman that he's gotten some money. A woman is asking a gentleman what he should do with the money. He says he's gotten some money. What? Oh, so she wants to buy some new cars and start a transportation or ride-hailing business. And then the guy says, no, don't do that. Use it to do a butt lift. If you do the butt lift, you eventually will get more money from that. The butt lift, which business would it be for? And you see how there were times on Ghanaian TV where women were paraded, where women were basically made. So women with very elevated gluteus maximus were very much paraded as the standard that everybody should be looking out for. That and other things influence their thinking. In fact, there are videos even today, not very old videos, even today, where people say, oh, when they see that part of the body that's elevated, they are extremely happy. When we do these things, we are subconsciously sending a signal to a generation that if you don't have them in the proportions that we deem very elegant, you need to get it or you are not part of a certain standard of beauty, because beauty standards change.
So you're suggesting that society is actually the force behind this?
If it's not conscious, it's subconscious. There's a certain deliberate attempt to force women to be remolded into a certain thinking.
But Raymond, there's a lot of conversation about cis-pack, but that has not forced you to get into cis-pack.
Yeah, because my self-worth is not connected to my body mass.
Okay.
But it's not everybody that comes to the same determination. Do you get my point? I would want to reduce pot belly because it's not healthy. That's the only reason. But I will not be in the quest to get cis-pack to influence anybody's decision.
Okay. Well, this morning, we're having this all-important conversation. I call it all-important conversation because in the past it started with, toning. We used to say skin bleaching. We said, no, it was toning. I mean, you'd hear of the fact that, if you're fair, you need to make it look brighter, so you have to tone. Then we went to the boob job. Now it's the Brazilian butt lift.
There was a study done in 2019. The study concluded that this is not a worldwide study, but in most developed countries. It actually said that there's been a 77.6% increase in BBLs performed since 2015. Within that 4-year period, 77% increased.
I see. Well, let's get to the UPSA Law School Point of Law series, but you can definitely join us on Twitter. Use the hashtag JoySMS. Why would you want to undergo body enhancement? For confidence? Or maybe to please men? If you're a woman, tell me. I mean, I'd love to read your thoughts to the rest of the world. Let's have this conversation together. Get on to Twitter, use the hashtag JoySMS. We've asked a very simple question and answer the question, and let's get interactive. But the Point of Law series, the UPSA Law School Point of Law series today says, a person's citizenship in Ghana cannot be established only by his or her birth certificate. Does that ring a bell? Well, that's in the case of the National Democratic Congress, as the Attorney General and Electoral Commission of Ghana, and Mark Techi Banson and the Electoral Commission of Ghana and the Attorney General 2020. It says a person's citizenship in Ghana cannot be established only by his or her birth certificate. So that's our Point of Law series this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And Raymond, already people are commenting. I just got a message from Kojo Akotobuate, who says the appreciation of nice bodies is in our genes. Marketing has nothing to do with it. It's like wanting wealth. It's a natural thing. We just need to appreciate what our resources can get us and work through the right means to get what we need.
But we cannot presume that it's only when you have these elevations and specific, muscle accumulations or fat accumulations in specific areas that makes you beautiful. That's why we should not construe that to mean.
Well,
there are different forms of beauty.
We'll get back to all of that.
Expressed separately.
We'll get back to this conversation
yes.
right here on the Super Morning Show. But of course, get ready to elevate your driving experience with a vehicle from Toyota Ghana. For a limited time, only Toyota is offering a bundle promo on any of the following vehicles: the 1.4-liter Starlet, 1.8-liter Corolla Cross Adventure, 1.5-liter Rush. Purchase any of these vehicles within the promo period and enjoy an irresistible price discount, 1 year free comprehensive vehicle insurance coverage, 1 year free home insurance cover, 1 year free service, and a free starter fuel. Terms and conditions apply. Visit any of their showrooms in Accra, Kumasi, Tema, Tamale, Takwa, Takrady, or call 0302-910-204. Credit purchase is also available through special arrangement with our finance partners, Toyota, superior quality. The times are hard, and one thing on everyone's mind these days is cash. So whether it's cash to pay the bills or for your kids' school fees, your home improvement, or your building project, Societe Generale Ghana has got your back. Now the bank has launched the biggest loans campaign promo of the year. The Yatisu Loans promo. SG Ghana is offering amazingly discounted interest rates on its loans. Both customers and non-customers, including staff on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll, can also enjoy this heavily discounted loan rates. Yes, they say nowhere cool, but SG Ghana Limited is here to lighten your financial burdens. Get a loan now by visiting any of the bank's 42 networked outlets or call the call center on 0302-214-314 today. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, promo ends on the 7th of August 2023. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. And the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, in collaboration with UNIDO, with funding support from the European Union, is organizing the maiden edition of the Wacom Made in ECOWAS exhibition in Ghana under the West African Competitiveness Program. Now, over 100 MSMEs operating in processed fruits, cassava, and cosmetic sectors will showcase their products and services from the 29th of June to the 1st of July at the forecourt of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly Office Complex. To register as an exhibitor, just call 0243 425872 or 054-751-3373. That's if you want to register as an exhibitor. For more information, visit wacombghana.org. Businesses are encouraged to register early to reserve their stands. The registration fee is only 500 Ghana cedis. Wacom made in ECOWAS exhibition, enhancing intra-regional trade to empower local industries.
Now, there are levels of headaches, you know that, right? I mean, there's the worst kind of headache that when someone buys an item from your shop, sends you mobile money, leaves your shop, and you still don't have any notification of that cash hitting your account. That is the worst kind. Now, you can avoid that with BluePay. BluePay allows you to receive cash instantly from your customers. You only dial their phone number and the amount they owe. You receive the BluePay prompt on your phones to enter their PIN. Now what you do? Right there on the spot. Now, all your customers can slot their bank cards into your BluePay POS, enter their PIN. Now what you do? Straightforward. For BluePay Judo with no e-levy charges, call or WhatsApp 0547 220 200 0547 220 200. You can call or WhatsApp this number or visit bluepay.com.gh to register and get BluePay for your business today. BluePay, never miss a sale.
And the Register of Companies is inviting all registered professional bodies in Ghana to an important meeting to discuss new developments relating to the registration and regulation of their professional bodies per the Professional Bodies Act of 1973 and CRD 143. And it's on the 7th of June 2023 at 2 p.m. at the Nathan Kwa Auditorium, Clossack Building, Ministries Enclave, Accra. All registered professional bodies are entreated to attend this important meeting in the interest of the operations and supervision. All professional bodies are to present 2 representatives, that's preferably the president and secretary for the meeting. Please note that the Office of the Registrar of Companies will presume any professional body not in attendance as having ceased operations. Kindly contact Nicholas Obingchum on 0546594859 or 0302666081 to confirm your participation by Tuesday the 6th of June 2023. Please see the daily graphic on 30th May 2023 publication page 8 for invited professional bodies.
Now, is it business, infinite, at this year or classic? The fantastic 4 Republic Bank Visa credit cards will take you beyond Easter. Now, enjoy great discounts from our partners, merchants, cashback rewards, global concierge services, access to over 1 million or a millionth ATMs worldwide on the regular. A 2-day staycation. You know staycation, right?
Yeah.
It's a vacation that you stay there, at Aqua Safari. And lots of other prizes await you in the Republic Bank Tap for Easter and Beyond credit card promo. Use your Republic Bank Visa credit cards for all payments. Leave the soft light and we got you. New cardholders are also welcome. Promo ends. And today is the 2nd, right?
Yes.
On the 5th of June, 2023.
That's
so
Monday.
You have a couple of days, yes, to make sure that you participate in this wonderful thing. I'm sure the staycation is what people are interested in. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas platform. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
And a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That is why we offer specially formulated quartz engine oil with age-resistance technology. It's a breakthrough innovation that comes with optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74% even under extreme temperatures and pressure. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
Now, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your #1 supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. It is hassle-free. We will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time too. Now, we offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and also accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is our hallmark.
So are you thinking about getting that project started? How about paying that rent and fees for the cause? Well, I know that you're worried and lamenting about how to pay off that expensive loan and take a new loan at a cheaper rate. Worry no more because First Atlantic Bank's payroll loan is your solution. Once you're a Government of Ghana worker whose salary is paid by the Controller Accountant General's Department, you can apply for a loan of up to 150,000 Ghana cedis for all your pressing needs. Wait no longer. Visit any First Atlantic Bank branch near you today or dial star 442 star 30 hash to apply and enjoy the lowest rates. Terms and conditions apply. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. But it's now time for Nutrition Line, and it's brought to us by Nestle. Nestle offers good food for a good life.
Hello, moms. Your favorite Nestle Cerelac is looking for the next superstar mom. You stand a chance to win your share of the $1,000 up for grabs. Yes, you heard right. Simply participate by sharing a 60-second video of yourself singing your own special lullaby to a predefined Cerelac tune in the Lullaby Mummy competition. Remember, your video must feature a Cerelac maize variant. Follow Baby and Me Ghana on Facebook and Instagram to be eligible to enter and win. Terms and conditions apply. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. Another wonderful opportunity is here to right our wrongs, to fulfill our dreams and goals. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajilisoa. Good morning and welcome to the one and only Nestle Nutrition Line. I hope you're well on all fronts, persevering, never giving up. Today we're going to talk about how to prevent foodborne illnesses, which are infections caused by eating contaminated food. Here are some simple steps you can follow to prevent foodborne illnesses. Wash your hands before and after handling food, especially raw meat, poultry, eggs, and seafood. Wash fruits and vegetables under running water before eating or cooking them. Cook food thoroughly to kill any harmful bacteria. Keep hot food hot and cold food cold. Do not leave food out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Separate raw and cooked foods. Do not let raw meat juices drip onto other foods. So do be careful when you put your fresh eggs in the fridge. I tend to wash mine before. Check the expiration dates on food packages and labels. Do not eat food that is past its shelf life or looks or smells spoiled. By following these steps, you can reduce your risk of getting foodborne illnesses and enjoy your meals safely. This is all that time will allow for today. I would like to thank you for tuning in this and every weekday morning. Keep on listening. Keep on working with us for a healthier, happier, longer life. Please reach out via phone or email and share a few ideas. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 12 0001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. On weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you would prefer to WhatsApp, SMS, or call between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., please try these numbers: 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. You can also email consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. There's a beautiful day waiting to be enjoyed. I want you to focus on yourself and everything that makes you happy. Now, with a big bright smile on your face, go out and succeed. Have a great day. Bye.
Hello, moms. Your favorite Nestle Cerelac is looking for the next superstar mom. You stand a chance to win your share of the $1,000 up for grabs. Yes, you heard right. Simply participate by sharing a 60-second video of yourself singing your own special lullaby to a predefined Cerelac tune in the Lullaby Mummy competition. Remember, your video must feature a Cerelac maize variant. Follow Baby and Me Ghana on Facebook and Instagram to be eligible to enter and win. Terms and conditions apply. This advert is FDA approved.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is. where the passion is. Where the laughter is. And sometimes, even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest-earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet.
Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
It's time to go beyond what your traditional financial apps can do. Introducing Cowrie, the only digital financial app you will ever need. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay. Send. Move your money in quick, easy steps at the best rates on the market. Buy. Top up your airtime and data twice as fast as you normally do. Pay. Step out of the cash queue. Pay for any product or service when you need to. Enjoy it faster. And now, manage. Experience a new way of managing your money. Understand how and when your money moves. You can rely on Cowrie every day. Download Cowrie from your Google Play Store or App Store. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay.
Of course, once you hear this, you know that it's time for the birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go, Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Niche Confectionery, Niche Chocolate Drink, made with Ghana's finest wholesome cocoa. Niche chocolate is full of delicious goodness and rich with vitamins, minerals. Niche, taste of Ghana. Right, let's get into the messages. I've got a lot of them, but let's see how many we can do before we bring you the Sports Center this morning. It says, happy 10th wedding anniversary from Raymond Dekpe of MTN to his wife, MFA Woody Dekpe. He adds to us, my love, and to the beautiful years that await us. Happy anniversary, my darling. Thank you for everything, including our daughter, Ceci, and the triplets, Sefa, Senam, and Sedem. I love you so much. And this one says, please wish happy 39th birthday to my lovely twin sisters, Blessing Senior Osafo and Blessing Junior Osafo of Nungwa Boade. Wishing them good health and good wealth in everything they do. And it's from Anku Lechu. Happy birthday to Mame Sewa Kufu. God bless you, and we wish you the best from your husband and the children. And then happy birthday to Ivan Kwame Wilson Gali, who turns 11 years today. You're a student of Tema Parents Association School. Wishing you God's blessing and good health. Age with wisdom. And it's from Captain Ivan, aka, okay, so Captain Ivan, aka Niesta, that's your other name. Love from Daddy, Mommy, Dr. Brian, Shika, and Angel. Enjoy your day. This one says, happy birthday to Mrs. Patience Odofokai Sabla of Audit Service. Okay, and this is from Christian Johnson of Roverman Productions. And happy birthday to Mrs. Hazel Apete, Senior House Mistress of Ganata Senior High School, Dodua. Age gracefully, win more, and may God be in your favor. May the odds be in your favor. From Renee Aku Apedo to you. Happy birthday to Nanoye of Icon School at Nanakrum from all your siblings. And happy birthday to Mr. Eugene Akotubanfo of Akotubanfo and Co Law Firm from Portia Anani of Bank of Africa. And finally, happy 10th birthday to Fusuhima Apia Amening of Bright Lily School, Kwabenya, from your mom, dad, Ajoa, and Patrick Apia Amening, and also from Mamiefia, Auntie Shirley, Uncle Fred, Manuel, and Ariana. As this is your first double-digit age, may everything you wish for come to pass in double folds.
This one is actually a happy birthday to Openyin Kwame Okreku Edu. He's the head of the Jamna royal family in Achim Junase in Osino in the Eastern region. He's 77 years old, and this from all his children, actually.
Nice
so,
one.
yes. There's also one going out, Kofi Asamoah Siao. Yeah, Kofi, he's now policy director, right? That PPP.
PPP. He was the vice presidential candidate.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get into the Joy Sports Center, proudly brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And Allianz Life Insurance, we secure your future. And 1xBet, your reliable bookmaker.
So there's good news for small to medium scale business owners. With the SME Plus, you get to manage all your operational costs in communication. This service simply allows you to choose from affordable packages and enjoy talk time, SMS, data, and business content all bundled in one subscription. The other exciting news is you get free on-net calls every Monday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Simply dial *5060# to sign up today, or WhatsApp or call 0244-308-111 for more information and stay connected everywhere you go.
Now, do you lead a corporate business, a global subsidiary, or run the affairs of a small or medium enterprise? As a key decision maker in your business, we know that you want to make payments seamlessly and access real-time transaction data, whether you're at work or on the go. Well, Standard Chartered provides the digital key to help unlock your business potential. That key is straight to bank, a single access, end-to-end digital platform that helps you manage the needs of your business on the go, view transactions, pay your business partners and government institutions through Ghana.gov, facilitate real-time payments and collections with the latest encryption technology and security. Elevate your banking experience today with Straight to Bank, our award-winning digital banking platform powering payroll, cash management, trade, and securities. You can always bank on us. Kindly email premierservice.gh@sc.com to sign up today.
Now, Salama, to pay attention to this one. One of the world's largest betting companies, 1xBet, is always looking for new ways to reward its players and deliver new promotions to engage as many customers as possible. This time, the bookmaker is actually launching the Jackpot of the Week promotion, allowing registered players to enjoy the chance to have a chance of the weekly jackpot amount. All the terms and conditions are available on the promotion page. Give your luck a chance. Sign up with 1xBet today and use the promo code GHJackpot to receive an incredible 300% bonus of up to 2,650 cedis. That's a huge amount wasted.
It is. But Allianz Life Insurance says happy 5th anniversary to us and our cherished customers. It's been an honor to have served you relevant insurance products over these years. Thank you for your loyalty and for entrusting us with what matters most to you, your life. As we continue the next chapter of our partnership, may we continue to thrive, innovate, and inspire you. Here's to 5 incredible years and many more to come. Join the over 100 million customers around the world securing their future with a dependable partner. Call us on 0308-249-090. Allianz Life, we secure your future. Salamatu.
Thank you very much, Winston. Good morning, all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Centre with me, Fentio, Tahiru Fentio, coming up this morning.
Jokic falling away, puts it in. Vincent fires, Vincent connects. The Heat knocking down some shots. The first finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game one.
Nikola Jokic drops a triple-double as the Denver Nuggets take game one in their first ever NBA Finals. There's a review ahead while we also look ahead to this match.
And Mahrez gets his hat-trick. Layoff from Grealish. First time in-step finish from Riyad Mahrez. City fans, book your trips for Wembley.
It's going to be a Manchester derby in the FA Cup final. A nerveless set of penalties from Manchester United. It's Manchester United who march on.
Everything on the line as the City rivals clash tomorrow. United looking to add to their Carabao Cup this season, while Man City chase a historic treble. But first, Black Stars winger Enes Nuama has been voted this season's Danish Super League's Spring Best Player. He's risen from 6th best in the autumn to now being recognised as the best in the Danish top flight over the period. The Northland youngster has 12 goal contributions for his side this season, but is even more grateful for his teammates.
I want to thank everybody, my teammates and coaches, for this amazing season. We've put everything together, the hard work. It wasn't only me, it's each and everybody here, and I'm very proud of the team and what we achieved this season. Even though we couldn't win the title, but then I'm still proud of everybody.
It's been a very good week for the 19-year-old. On Tuesday, he received his debut call-up for the senior national team ahead of this month's 2023 AFCON qualifying game against Madagascar. And to the Ghana Football Association, Nuama is the future.
Chris has always maintained that he wants to keep, majority of the players that represented us at the World Cup as he tries to infuse new potential. For which reason today we have Enes Nuama, who is in one of our brightest spots in Europe, who has come into the team. We started monitoring Enes Nuama about 3 months ago. He was on the radar before the Angola game. But in a meeting with Ibrahim Tanko said he wanted the team to qualify for the U23 AFCON. So they both agreed that he comes to play for the U23, gets more playing time, and then he will continue to monitor him from there. And I think that over the period, Nuama has been impressive in Northern in the Danish League, which is why he has brought him into the side.
Harry Asantuchum, GFA Communications Director. But tomorrow morning, a Black Star sets with Joy Sports.
He's a great guy. He's a really great guy. I can't speak highly enough of him. He's a good friend of mine and a great player, as you already know. So, like I said, I was really happy for him. And to be honest, I was really happy for all the boys that played in the World Cup squad. Quality that you have in the group, the togetherness that you have. We have some players that have already been there and done it. So we lean on them to help us to get through the experience, and they were fantastic for us, to be honest. I really enjoy doing this, and it's not like for me, like I said, on the beach somewhere. No, I'd rather be here and be seeing the smile on the kids' faces, and I really appreciate all the work that my team has done in the background. So it's an honour to be here.
That's Black Stars defender Tariq Lamptey. He sits down with Gary L. Smith to talk Black Stars and Brighton's incredible season, which saw them finish 6th and qualify for the Europa League. That interview is on the Joy News channel at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. So tomorrow evening, not morning. But only days after ending Bafokwa's 16-year wait to return to the Ghana Premier League, the future of their head coach Husseini Abubakar is clouded in doubt. The club need to find a new trainer ahead of next season's Ghana Premier League campaign, as Abubakar is without the required license to coach in Ghana's top flight. He's been left disappointed, but hopeful he won't be pushed out of the club.
It will be very disappointed. You qualified with the club and you couldn't continue to the Premier side. You feel. But that's the rules of club licenses. But we are pleading to them. They should speed up things for us, to give us opportunity to go and do the license A, so that we can get that opportunity to sit in the dugout for the Premier League matches.
Yeah, Fuzaina Abubakar is a license B holder, and you need a license A to coach in the Ghana Premier League. David Oklu, he's had his license A for a while. He's been coaching in the top flight for some time now. He's currently in charge of Hearts of Oak. The season has not gone according to plan for the former Liberty Professionals man who has supervised the Phobians go from title contenders to relegation candidates. It's a run that has resulted in a section of the fans asking for his sack with just 2 games to the end of the season. But board member Frank Nelson says the club will defer any decision on the future of the coach to the end of the season.
But in terms of playing body and technical, we need to have patience and then wait for the season. 2 more games to go. Let's see how it goes. Like I said earlier, it's not going to improve anything in the league standing because we're now battling for top 4. So let's see how it goes. By the time we'll be able to look at it and see where the problems are coming. Then we'll be able to make adjustment and then see how we can be able to fix what we think that is we are missing in the club.
That's Hearts of Oak board member Frank Nelson. Now, president of King Faisal Football Club, Alhaji Karim Gruza, wants the Ghana Football Association to put on hold the final 2 league games of the season until the determination of a pending petition with the appeals committee. King Faisal lost its protest against Tamale City, which they accused of fielding an unqualified player in their matchday 30 encounter. Faisal lost the game 4-0 in Tamale, but sought 3 points from the boardroom, which would have done their relegation battle a huge favour. But the committee dismissed the protest and said Isaac Mensah, the player in question, was qualified to play in the game. Gruza has now accused the DC of conniving to have his club relegated.
We are saying we should stop the league. Look, we have to sacrifice ourselves for Ghana football to do the right thing. Look, kind of this is, I'm not a human being. I'm not paying the registration fee. I'm not paying my players. My main majority of Ghanaians is 1%, I'm more than that. White is white. Black is a black. We make an appeal. I think the appeal committee, they will do the right.
That's Alhaji Gruza speaking to my colleague Delale Atiasi of Love FM. King Faisal are currently second from bottom on the Ghana Premier League table, 6 points from safety with 2 games left. Essentially, they will be relegated barring a monumental miracle. Let's focus on Ghana's amateur boxing team, the Black Bombers now, and they face a race against time to qualify for next year's Olympic Games. They go to Cameroon for the African Boxing Championships, which will serve as the qualifying run for Paris 2024. But they are yet to have any properly organized training camp for the competing group. Boxing won Ghana's only medal at the last Olympic Games in Tokyo, and there's a feeling of neglect among the current team.
The support is not there. The government, non-governmental organization must invest in boxing to bring us up, to support us. We are preparing, but we need more support in terms of, let's say, campaign, in terms of using vitamins for training to boost our immune systems and stuff. We are preparing, we are doing our best, and inshallah, we are going to win the ultimate prize. But back to the minister, Mr. Yusuf, the president, the vice president. The first lady is saying to football, so we are appealing to the second lady to come into boxing. There are a lot of people outside who wants to box, but the support is not there.
All right, so there's more on that in subsequent reports. Of course, referee Anthony Taylor, he was forced to run for his dear life as angry AS Roma fans attacked him at the airport as he made his way home from refereeing the Europa League final. Very ugly scenes. But tomorrow, Man United take on Manchester City. Of course, in the FA Cup final, City are chasing a treble. Man City, of course, have already won the Premier League title. They are in the Champions League final, and now they're chasing the FA Cup. Yes, their captain Ilkay Gundogan.
We can't deny the qualities. I mean, they have a lot of individual quality on the pitch. I think they have a manager that was able to imply the way he wants his team to play. So I think they will be on a very high level, and the final is going to be played on a very high level. So we need to be also on our best. We need to play probably the same standard we've played to Real Madrid at home or Bayern Munich at home. So it's a final. It's a final. The chances are more or less 50-50 always. But I'm very confident that if we are able to reach our standards, that the chances of us winning the game will be very high.
Yeah, that's the Man City captain, Ilkay Gundogan. Before we go, Winston, NBA, in the NBA, the Denver Nuggets, they eased to a 104-93 victory over the Miami Heat. It was game one of the finals. It's the first ever for the Nuggets. And Nikola Jokic, as they make their NBA finals debut, the Sabian Center was not shaking, though. He contributed 27 points to give them game one. That's the latest from the world of sports here on the Joe Sports Center. My name is Fentu. Tahir Fentu. Back to you, Winston.
Thank you very much, Fentu, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports. But let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning we're asking a very, very simple question. We're asking, why do you think women have to undergo body enhancement? Is it to boost their confidence or maybe just to do it for the men? Social media messages here on the Super Morning Show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Ghana AIDS Commission test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. And number 10, liver salt, a refreshing relief, GTP lifestyle. Now, does your existing salary account give you more? Is your salary in the right account? Worry no more, because EcoBank Salary Account is here to help you. Open an EcoBank Salary Account today and enjoy free life insurance, which covers temporary and permanent disability, critical illness, hospitalization, retrenchment, and death. With the EcoBank Salary Account, you have the ability to save as you spend, free debit card access to loans, and more. The best part is you stand a chance to double your salary in the EcoBank Double Salary Promo Reloaded from now till the end of July. So open an EcoBank Salary Account today for amazing benefits. Beware of scammers who may contact you on this offer. Always visit an EcoBank branch or call EcoBank on toll-free 0800 003 225 for further details on the EcoBank Salary Account and the EcoBank Double Salary Promo Reloaded. Terms and conditions apply. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This one, Gantuan account. Why are you running? It's all about the EcoBank salary account. EcoBank salary account. Why? It gonna make me fly. I promise, it will make your pockets rise. The salary account comes with many incredible benefits, like free life insurance, which covers permanent total disability, critical illness, hospitalization, temporal disability, retrenchment, and death. Also save while you spend, access loans, get free debit cards, and the chance to double your salary and more in the EcoBank Double Salary Promo Reloaded. It's starting from this May to July 31st, 2023. And there are so many other consolation prizes to be won.
Hey, no wonder my hand was itching. This is the perfect account for my salary.
So go ahead, open an EcoBank salary account today. You also stand a chance to win more than double your salary from 1st of May to the 31st of July in the EcoBank Double Salary Promo Reloaded. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is under the supervision of the National Lottery Authority under the Caritas Lottery Platform. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
All right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's now time for the Joy Business Minute, and that's brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana. CBG, we stand with you, and MacDan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. The World Bank is set to advance more than $2 billion in project and budget support funding to Ghana. This will be released over the next 4 years, subject to some reforms in the energy, revenue, and financial sectors. The Ghana Revenue Authority has justified its action of arresting 2 Chinese nationals in the Tema metropolis for failing to issue value-added tax invoices. The authority is on a move to plug revenue loopholes to rake in more funds for the state. The Ghana Hotels Association is warning that increases in electricity and water tariffs could affect moves to attract more tourists to the country. The association points out that Ghana's hotels are already considered one of the most expensive on the continent. And the US Congress has approved a deal to lift the country's borrowing limit days before the world's largest economy is due to default on its debt. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you.
Right, so welcome back. And are you a government worker looking for quick access to financial assistance at the most competitive interest rates? Then look no further, because CBG is offering you access to loans of up to 250,000 Ghana cedis and up to 72 months repayment period. For more information on how to access CBG controller loans, walk into any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide or contact us on 0302 216 000. Email us info@cbg.com.gh and visit our website cbg.com.gh or on our social media handles Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for additional information. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. And on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Vodafone. Further together, latest from your partner for life. Belmonte by CPL developers the ultimate luxury experience. And Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking. We ask that simple question. Why do women undergo the body enhancement that they go through? Is it to boost their confidence or is just to please men? Listen to what some of you had to say.
In a way, it helps boost that lady's confidence and it helps boost my self-esteem as a woman.
Some females haven't been able to do anything and they believe that their value is their beauty and therefore they have to enhance it in order to get the men that they desire.
They do it to attract men because men like to see nice body shapes, like curvy women. They like it.
Why don't you join us on Twitter using the hashtag JoySMS? Why do you think they do that? Some women actually. Well, Vodafone wants you to know that, look, the Vodafone Cash Special Bundles just got sweeter with a new Vodafone Cash Special Voice offer. With only 5 Ghana cedis, you get 200 minutes of talk time valid for 7 days to all networks. Make calls to all networks all week long at the best value on Vodafone Cash Special Voice offer. Talk for 200 minutes with just 5 Ghana cedis only on Vodafone Cash. Dial *110# to purchase your bundle or visit my Vodafone app to make your purchase. Connect with your loved ones with the Vodafone Cash Special Bundle, Vodafone. And if you're looking for a 1-seater, 2-seater, 3-seater, or L-shaped sofa, crafted to the finest details and available in various colors for your home, office, or hotel. If you're looking for comfort, durability, quality, and that perfect finishing, then look no further because Latest Foam is your one-stop shop, whatever your choice or budget. So buy from the best, not the imitated. Buy Latest Foam. Latest Foam, your partner for life. Stay with us on return after these messages. We'll be joined by our friends who will be telling us more about the packaging, processing, printing, and plastics exhibition. Our fair coming up from the 6th to the 8th of June 2023. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Ever visited a shop, picked a whole basket of provisions, toiletries, and very essential things you need, battled a long queue to finally pay, only to be told you can't
Are you looking for a new way to revise for your WASI? Then Joy Learning has everything you need in place. Yes, we are back with the 2023 revision show for SHS 3 learners. Don't worry, your favorite question of the day section wasn't left out. And you can engage with your facilitators during live TV lessons, ask questions, and get real-time feedback in the comfort of your own space. The 2023 revision show for SHS learners shows every Monday to Friday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Joy Learning. Joy Learning. Learning is so fun. Joy Learning. Keep learning.
exciting, entertaining, and competitive cookery show. Big Chef Tertiary Edition coming soon.
It's Black Sheriff KK Rasta in the building. 10th June, rep your Jesse. It's live. Rasta's active everywhere, every corner of that venue. You understand? Blessings. Pull up with your people, with your mommy, your papi, your sister, your cousin. Everybody, pull up. Blessings.
Hi guys, my name is Rosalyn Fairley and I work on Joy Prime Television. On the 10th of June, we are all meeting at the Aviation Social Center for Rep Your Jersey. Nice hits of a Rep Your Jersey. We are back again. Which team do you support? Do you support Man City or you support Inter Milan? Well, I am for Man City and so I think we'll go Man City. Let's meet there and support our favorite teams. It's on the 10th of June. Don't miss out. I hope to see you. Bye!
I love California Rep Your Jesse. DJs no rep live. The 10th of June. Before come to action song striker.
Bantama Lukaku.
Hey, what's up, my people? It's your boy Vanilla, aka Lala. And on the 10th of June, I'll be live and representing skillfully on the pitches, you know, at the Hits Rep Your Jersey 23. Charlie, it's the biggest sports outdoor event happening this year. And I can't wait to be present to show you my skills, Charlie. I want to see all my people there. Come and let's show ourselves something. You understand? Don't be left out. It's free. I want to see you there. Sharp.
Yo, welcome my people. This your boy Kwame Yesu, Charlie. On the 10th of June, it's all about the Hits Rep Your Jersey. Charlie, they pull up with the whole gang. Make sure you come through. Come support your team. Biggest.
Packaging, Printing, Plastics and Food Processing Portfolio Exhibition in Accra from the 6th to the 8th of June 2023. And this morning we have in studio George Pearson, who is Regional Director, West Africa at AfroSed Montgomery, joining us to tell us more about the exhibition. George, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Great. We'll be getting into the conversation shortly. But first, let me tell you about Niche Chocolate Drink, which is exciting, delicious, creamy, and rich with vitamins, minerals, and has the goodness of cocoa all at the same time. Now, that's the brand new Niche Chocolate Drink made with Ghana's finest wholesome cocoa. Niche Chocolate is full of delicious goodness. Niche Chocolate Drink comes in 250 ml bottle and 180 Tetra Pak so that you can enjoy it big or small. It's great for all members of the family. Visit a shop near you to get yours, and I know that you would love it. Contact Niche on 0531 819 8292, 0531 818292, or 0277 779560. Niche, Taste of Ghana. But ABSA says they know that life is go, 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 and that it's hard to make time for the things that really count. So they won't let banking get you in your way. And that's why with ABSA's digital channels, you can bank when, where, and how you want so that you can focus on the things that are really important to you. Banking has never been this easy. Transfer funds into your savings account, pay your old school union dues and your DSTV subscription, and many more with a click on your phone. Get things done simply with ABSA's digital channels. Now, that's African Nicety. That's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply. Visit absa.com.gh for further details. Okay, so let's get into the conversation now. Thank you once again for joining us, George. But before we get into everything, tell us more about the ProPack and the Montgomery Group.
Yeah, sure. So Montgomery Group, we're a global exhibition organizer. We're headquartered out of the UK. But we've had the largest portfolio of exhibitions in Africa now for over 50 years. So historically, South Africa was one of our biggest hubs, and we run several events out of Johannesburg and Cape Town. We also have regional offices in East Africa, in Kenya, and in West Africa it's been Nigeria. So we've been running events in Lagos, Nigeria now for over 10 years. But we are now very pleased to finally be coming to Ghana, and it's a long time in the making actually. So for many years now, in particular our ProPack exhibition, this is the leading packaging, plastics, printing and food processing exhibition in the African, on the African continent, sorry. And for many years now our exhibitors have been asking, and we've been looking at the market and seeing that Ghana, huge opportunity to come in. We actually nearly organised an exhibition here in 2020, and then of course the pandemic hit, so we had to put that on hold. So yeah, ProPack Ghana, which is coming to Accra next week, it's 2 or 3 years in the making, and yeah, we couldn't be happier to finally be coming and bringing our exhibition to Ghana.
Great. So you've talked about Kenya, you've talked about South Africa, where ProPack has organized similar shows. Tell us about these and the bigger picture for Africa.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we run exhibitions in many different sectors, but we by far see that the ProPack sectors have the most potential, because when you're looking at that, you're looking at manufacturing effectively. You're looking at food and beverage manufacturing. You're looking at FMCG manufacturing, cosmetics and pharmaceutical. And I think if you look at any African nation, the need to further their manufacturing scope to serve the domestic population, the big domestic growing population, but also export opportunities, and taking the country's reliability off importing finished goods. It's all about the value add. You take Ghana, for instance, the agro-processing opportunities here are huge. But it's the value add of processing or packaging or having a finished product all manufactured in Ghana to serve either the domestic market or, of course, export.
So let's talk about Ghana. I mean, that exciting thing that has brought you to Ghana. Can you share more details on your upcoming projects?
Yeah, so ProPack Ghana, it's running next week, Tuesday the 6th to Thursday the 8th of June. It's running at the Grand Arena, which is within the AICC Convention Centre grounds. It's free to attend for all trade visitors. Okay. We have around 80 exhibitors. So they are the technology and service providers, I think from around 15 different countries that will be coming to the event. And these exhibitors are companies that are producing anything from printing machines, packaging equipment, processing lines, right through to the packaging companies themselves. So I think what we've seen is a really positive response from local Ghanaian packaging companies who are going to be exhibiting. So anyone that's within the food and beverage, cosmetic, pharmaceutical space that's looking for production and equipment, B, finished packaging, can come along to our exhibition and see these services and see these products themselves. It's really a way, when we talk to a lot of our visitors, we ask them where do they source their equipment or where do they research their equipment, and everyone says, oh, we Google or we go online. What we're doing is we're bringing these products with their expertise to Ghana, so those visitors and buyers can actually come and look and feel and see and talk to the providers of the equipment.
Now, talking about those visitors coming in to see and talking to the providers of the equipment, I guess the question will be, how will this address Ghana's complex packaging needs and ignite international synergies in our manufacturing and packaging space?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, the ProPack events, they're a platform. So anyone that's within this manufacturing space, whether you're a visitor, a buyer, a seller, a distributor, everyone can come. So it's for 3 days, you are getting a very solid platform where you're meeting all of the stakeholders within the manufacturing space. Secondly, as I said, bringing in this equipment, it means, okay, a lot of companies may travel to visit overseas and meet their suppliers. But, for a lot of SMEs in particular, that might not be possible. What we're able to do is bring in those suppliers that are looking at the latest technologies. Also, very importantly, sustainable packaging. There's a lot going on around sustainable packaging now, but I think the important thing everyone has to remember is, whilst sustainability and going that way is important, it also has to be affordable and feasible for those manufacturers. So there are a lot of products and solutions that will be on display next week, which will be for the entire value chain. So whether you're an SME, whether you're a multinational, there's products there that can help boost the quality and the efficiency of packaging all under one roof for 3 days.
So what should the participants, expect when they come for ProPack's 3-day exhibition, booth and product showcases, as well as the industry-leading conference?
Yeah, so alongside the exhibition, we have a free-to-attend industry-leading conference. This is running across the 3 days. It starts, we have a high-level opening ceremony on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Doors open at 9:30 a.m. We have senior representation from GIPC, from GEPA, from AGI, that's Association of Ghana Industries. We also have the senior partner from KPMG Ghana who will be talking as well. So there's a high-level opening ceremony starting, as I said, on Tuesday. But then throughout the 3 days, we have topics on anything from access to finance to, as I said, sustainable packaging, looking at new trends within the print sector. It really is, anything to do with manufacturing will be on for, and as I said, it's absolutely free for trade visitors to attend.
Great. So is there still room for brands that are interested in exhibiting at the program? And what processes must they go through?
So there is. We've done. We're almost sold out of the exhibition space floor. We actually start building tomorrow. But there is. If anyone wanted to inquire, then they can go onto our website. That's at www.propackghana.com, and it's ProPack without a C. So it's PROPAK. Okay. ProPack Ghana. Or anyone can DM us in our socials if they want to look at exhibiting. But also for people who are visiting, we would urge visitors to pre-register their attendance. Again, they can do that at propackghana.com. It just means that when they turn up on the Tuesday or the Wednesday or the Thursday, they haven't got to queue. Their details would already be there. So anyone that's looking to visit the exhibition, they need to go to the website to pre-register. If they want to turn up, they can turn up, absolutely. Again, it's absolutely free for trade visitors.
Great. Thank you very much, George. But anything you want to say finally?
I'd just like to say from our business perspective, we've been wanting to launch in Ghana now for a number of years. I personally think that Ghana, the Made in Ghana brand is very strong, and I see how, particularly with the agro-processing advancements that are going on here, and all of these great food and beverage products that are now we're seeing being launched out of Ghana. I think there's a seriously impressive future for a lot of the Made in Ghana brands, whether that's the domestic market, the regional market, or the international market. Hopefully what we can do with ProPack Ghana is be able to bring in some of these products and services to help the efficiency of the manufacturing process in Ghana.
Thank you very much, George Pearson, Regional Director, West Africa for the Montgomery Group. Thank you very much for making time to join us. So folks, you know what to do. From Tuesday the 6th to Thursday the 8th of June 2023 at the Grand Arena of the Accra International Conference Center. You should be there. I would be there, so I'll see you there when I get there.
Great. I'll see you there.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Coming up.
In a way, it helps boost that lady's confidence, and it helps boost my self-esteem as a woman.
Some females haven't been able to do anything, and they believe that their value is their beauty, and therefore they have to enhance it in order to get the men that they desire.
They do it to attract men because men like to see nice body shapes, like curvy women. They like it.
When we return after these messages, we try to answer the question, why do some women engage in body enhancement like the Brazilian butt lift and everything? Is it to please men or maybe to boost their confidence? We'll be right back.
Super Morning Show.
My people, Philadelphia. Our very own Adansi Travels is 10 years old. Wow. I hope you remember what they did on their 5th anniversary with a 555 figure and even the power of 8.
Then this will be a 10-day thing.
That is right. We are going on a 10-day adventure in Dubai on a chartered Emirates flight full of Adansi travelers from 10th to 19th August. And starting from $1,650, you can be part of this Adansi-licious 10th anniversary tour. The rate covers flights, hotel accommodation, breakfast, visa, airport transfer, tours, and Adansi at 10 mega party at Dubai Desert Camp with the legendary Samini.
Adansi Travelers Tour. It's a vibe. The 10th anniversary. That will be a part of this.
You can pay a minimum of $500 to book your seat and pay the rest till 15th July. Contact Adansi Travels now on 0595 500 817 or 055 631 0404 to book your spot now. Adansi Travels. Feel life's beauty.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon. It's a
Helps boost that lady's confidence, and it helps boost my self-esteem as a woman.
Some females haven't been able to do anything, and they believe that their value is their beauty, and therefore they have to enhance it in order to get the men that they desire.
They do it to attract men because men like to see nice body shapes, like curvy women. They like it.
Raymond, I have a simple question for you.
Yeah.
Would you advise your wife to do that?
No.
Why not?
You say advice?
Yes.
Yes, because I believe it's not worth it. I believe a person's self-worth should not be connected to the body mass index or body conformation. That's my position.
Okay.
But I think for the person involved too, she may come to a determination that that's what will make her feel better. And that one, you can really not fight it that much. Because the factors that go into this, they differ. Sometimes it's not only for other people. You get my point, right? So if there are men today who are spending all their time in the gym, building muscles and demanding to get six-pack because they want to meet a certain standard. I know you and I, we don't qualify by that criteria for the avoidance of that. So if we don't issue the criteria, people will act like they don't understand. See, people do things for varied reasons. we can presume that health, why you want to get healthy, so yeah, you have to exercise and all of that. But some do it beyond the healthy part to get wonderful six packs so that they can influence a certain appeal. So self-worth, connection to body outlook. Do you get my point?
Yeah, I get you.
That self-worth and connection to body outlook is what drives some of these things. But there is also something we should call out, an insane obsession, as if everybody is being forced into that area. Check TikTok videos. You see some of them, right? I mean, you've seen this video where a gentleman is asking a woman that he's gotten some money. A woman is asking a gentleman what she should do with the money. He says he's gotten some money. What? Oh, so she wants to buy some new cars and start a transportation or ride-hailing business. And then the guy says, no, don't do that. Use it to do a bat lift. If you do the bat lift, you eventually will get more money from that. The bat lift, which business would it be for? And you see how there were times on Ghanaian TV where women were paraded, where women were basically made. So women with very elevated gluteus maximus were very much paraded as the standard that everybody should be looking out for. That and other things influence their thinking. In fact, there are videos even today, not very old videos, even today, where people say, oh, when they see that part of the body that's elevated, they are extremely happy. When we do these things, we are subconsciously sending a signal to a generation that if you don't have them in the proportions that we deem very elegant, you need to get it or you are not part of a certain standard of beauty, because beauty standards change.
So you're suggesting that society is actually the force behind this?
If it's not conscious, it's subconscious. There's a certain deliberate attempt to force women to be remolded into a certain thinking.
But Raymond, there's a lot of conversation about cis-pack, but that has not forced you to get into cis-pack.
Yeah, because my self-worth is not connected to my body mass.
Okay.
But it's not everybody that comes to the same determination. Do you get my point? I would want to reduce pot belly because it's not healthy. That's the only reason. But I will not be in the quest to get six-pack to influence anybody's decision.
Okay. Well, this morning, we're having this all-important conversation. I call it all-important conversation because in the past it started with, toning. We used to say skin bleaching. We said, no, it was toning. I mean, you'd hear of the fact that, if you're fair, you need to make it look brighter, so you have to tone. Then we went to the boob job. Now it's the Brazilian butt lift.
There was a study done in 2019. The study concluded that this is not a worldwide study, but in most developed countries. It actually said that there's been a 77.6% increase in BBLs performed since 2015. Within that 4-year period, 77% increase.
Yes, to
that,
We have to get into the conversation about, Brazilian butt lift and about all the body enhancement and everything that have become so common these days. We asked a simple question. Why would people want to engage in these procedures, sometimes not even from the right places, just to enhance their bodies? Is it to boost their confidence, or is it to please the opposite sex?
You recall some time ago we said a senior government official died going through a similar process. But after that, you saw so many women came out say that, I went to this place to do it. It was so wonderful. I feel better about myself and I'm okay with it now.
And all the conversations about going to other parts of the world, I don't want to be mentioning countries now, but this morning we're joined by Dr. Opokuoware Ampoma, who is consultant plastic surgeon and the CEO of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. He joins us on phone. We also have George Kwe in studio.
Yes, sir.
George Kwe. Good morning, George.
Good morning, boss. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Ampoma.
Good morning.
And thank you very much for joining us. I just would want your thought on something briefly before we get into the conversation itself. As a plastic surgeon, I know people would come to you every now and then and have conversations with you about why they intend to undergo, for instance, body enhancement or reconstructive surgery. What reasons do they give you most of the time?
Okay, thank you very much, and good morning to all your listeners. I think we need to separate two things. So, plastic surgery has got two main divisions, which is reconstructive surgery and cosmetic surgery. So, reconstructive surgery involves operating on a part that has either wasn't well formed or has been deformed as a result of a disease process or an injury. So, that is reconstructive surgery. And then cosmetic surgery is surgery that you are, or procedure that you are performing on a part of the body, which is a normal part of the body, and you are performing this for purely aesthetic, meaning that you just want to enhance the appearance of that part or to reverse the effects of aging on that body part. So that is so for cosmetic reason surgery, it involves operating on an otherwise normal appearing part of the body. Now, to your question, why do people want to do these procedures? Well, I think it's part of human nature to want to improve things if we can. And for some, they are they give quite good reasons in the sense that for women, for instance, once they've gone through childbirth, you find that especially when you carried a large pregnancy, heavy baby, you've carried twins, it can actually affect your abdominal wall musculature so that even after childbirth, no matter what amount of exercise you do, there's still that protrusion of the abdomen, and it makes the woman look less than they would like, less youthful in terms of the appearance. They have a protruding abdomen, and so some of them would like to come in to correct that. The other issue is also that for some people, because of the kind of jobs that they are performing, especially people like yourselves who are in the media, who are news readers, or those who are like frontline staff or front desk staff, and those who are who do a lot of public speaking, etc. It has been shown that for when you look older or your appearance is not aesthetically pleasing as in the eyes of the society, you actually stand a chance of either losing your job or getting sidelined for especially for those who are actors, actresses, etc. They have that kind of challenge. Some also do it because of the kind of relationship they are in. Let's say sometimes couples come and they say that because one partner is looking much older, so that people, they get asked questions like, is that your mother or is that your father, that kind of thing. So, because of some of these relationship dynamics, sometimes they want to maybe get themselves to look a bit more youthful. Of course, other people also do it for various kinds of reasons. Some women do it because sometimes they want to appear or look fit better into their clothes, etc. So, but then this is something that has been going on for the past 3 decades, and it is only in the last few years that it's becoming very popular in our part of the world. And of course, there are also some people who do it for reasons that are best known to themselves. That is sometimes that's why it's gotten the name vanity surgery, because sometimes you can't really get a clear reason. And for some people, it is also because they are bound to undue pressure, and so this is where the practitioner has to come in to have a conversation with the patient and find out what is motivating the patient to, want to undergo this kind of procedure, and whether it is safe for them to do so, and whether they are the type of candidates that can benefit from that kind of procedure.
Great. I mean, we'll come back to that in detail. I mean, whether it's the right procedure for you and whether you can undergo that kind of procedure, looking at the risk involved and why you sometimes may not advise people to undergo that procedure. We'll get back to you shortly, Dr. Mpoma. Thank you very much. Please stay with us. But let me tell you about Adanse Travels, because the 2022 Best Tour operator by Ghana Tourism Authority is pleased to invite you to join their 10th anniversary trip to Dubai. Now, this 10-day fun-filled trip starts from the 10th of August on a chartered Emirates flight to Dubai and promises to offer you a wonderful holiday experience like never before. Now, I beg your pardon, there's an option for a 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star hotels to choose from. And you're guaranteed an unforgettable fun experience at the Dubai desert with the legendary Samini performing live at the camp. Now, this is a never-to-miss one-time trip. And the good news is that the rate starts at a cool $1,650 to cover your Emirates flight, hotel accommodation, visa, tours, airport transfer, and selected meals. To book, visit our website at dansetravels.com or call 0595 500 817 or 0593 850082. Please note that besides the chartered flight date on the 10th to the 19th of August, you can also join the trip on either the 13th of August or the 15th of August. Adanse at 10, it's a vibe. Book now to feel the beauty of life with Adanse.
So, Winston, for those of us that wear authentic African fabrics, right?
Yes,
we contribute to the growth and success of why? Yes, we contribute to the growth and success of Ghanaian textile industry every time you also put on these authentic fabrics. GTP says, thank you so much, and always purchase original, genuine, authentic GTP fabrics. Check that the design number on the label is also printed on the edge of the fabric, so you should take note of this one. Check it. Contact 050-9940-949 to buy online or visit any of our accredited dealers nationwide or any wooden shop to get authentic African fabric, which is from GTP.
Fantastic. Well, Access Bank and Graphic Business bring you the SME Fair 2023 Ashanti edition. Now, they're giving their cherished customers and the general public the opportunity to shop for home appliances, personal effects, or office items in the second edition of the SME Fair. And the fair is themed running sustainable businesses in a challenging economic landscape, bringing together businesses from electronics, furniture, arts, beauty, food and agriculture, engineering, retail, and more to exhibit their products at discounted prices. It's happening live at the Prempeh Assembly Hall, Kumasi, from Thursday, which means it began yesterday, to Saturday, the 3rd of June 2023. It's 11 a.m. each day. Take advantage and get access to the best discounts and amazing deals. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Access Bank, more than banking.
I have good news for you. Now, CompuGhana LG one-day sale is here again. And this time, it's even better. Amazing opportunity to grab this Friday, today. Big buy, big savings. Walk into any CompuGhana showroom nationwide and shop your favorite LG appliances up to 40% discounts. Wow, this is great. It's time to purchase that television, washing machine, gas cooker, home theater, fridge, freezer, microwave, and any other LG appliance you have been craving for. Don't miss the sale today. Only at CompuGhana. You can also shop online, actually, at CompuGhana.com or call 0302 752020 for more inquiries. Life is good with LG at CompuGhana.
I'll be going there right after the show.
Yeah.
But Raymond,
big day.
It's a big day. I'll be going there. You know Abba Dope, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she's engaged in a cosmetic.
I know her restaurant. I don't know her.
Okay. And yesterday she was on Joy Prime, explaining why she engaged in the cosmetic surgery, or if you want to call it vanity surgery. We'll listen to Abba Dope, and then once we're done, we also went to town. We hit town and spoke to people, finding out from them what they believe could cause women to undergo these cosmetic surgeries. Let's listen to both and then get in studio and begin the conversation.
Yeah, it's very painful.
Yeah, it's very painful. Very painful. Especially when you're going through the massages period. That is when you have to put on your fur and zip in the fur and everything. It's not easy. But after the surgery, they'll give you some medication that will to stage your feces for some time. Like for a week, you just be urinating and you
so
don't
you
go to
don't
toilet.
go to number 2?
Oh no, it
for a
depends.
week?
Yeah, after the surgery, immediately you cannot have it. You have to take like a week going before you can have it. I was like, look at me, my hair flat. And to Dr. Shem, no one can say I'm great. Yes. I didn't take any personality's picture or videos because the doctor will mark me trying to look at, the same as that person. But maybe that person has gone for like 3 procedures, 2 procedures. I'll be disappointed if I wake up and I don't look like Cardi B. So I didn't go with anybody's photos or videos. I'm like, just look at my body type and give me what will fix. Everybody and their perception or opinion about BBL. Most of the young ladies do it because they want to look good in clothes. And some also do it because they think they are missing something when it comes to men. And this will fetch them. But for me, I have had BBL and I'm still selling food.
But the men have come, right? You're getting more men.
Oh, you get, for me, I don't really even care about that. If you come, yeah, they'll come a lot.
Do they pay?
No, for me, that is not me. Even if you come to me, I'll make you my customer to patronize my food. I'm not in for my body exchanging for money. I don't do that. Everybody that knows me knows I didn't do my body to entice men. I did it because I just wanted to look good in clothes.
I can say to a larger extent that might be the truth because with the influx of social media and everything, you know, we have a lot of the young women usually on social media. When they see these women, especially the celebrities, showing up with big butts and you know, openly saying they went for enhancement and all that, and them getting, should I say, rich husbands, it pushes a lot of young women to think that's what will get the men.
I believe men are the reason why women go under procedures such as butt lifts, body enhancement and all that. Because somebody would like to be with you if you have a certain value. Some females have been able to achieve this value through being intellectual, having their own businesses and other stuff. You get me? And some females haven't been able to do anything and they believe that their value is their beauty. And therefore they have to enhance it in order to get the men that they desire.
It has come to stay because many people have come to the realization that once you don't have nyash, or almost nyash is life, then you are not desirable in any sense.
I will not fault men for body enhancement. Probably there's competition in the circle of, you know, friends, that those women who do those body enhancement, and also I think there should be more to it than men. Probably there should be something that they want to get out of that, not really men. I'm not too sure about that because some of them are married, so what's the essence of, you know, going to enhance your body and stuff like that?
So a woman can be like, okay, I feel like I have a big tummy, I have a hip dip, and it's making me look shapeless, so I can actually put some fat from my belly and other places that I feel like makes me look shapeless to my butt. That'll make me look good. So in a way, it helps boost that lady's confidence, and it helps like boost my self-esteem as a woman.
Okay, in my opinion, it has to do with self-esteem. As an individual, like, what's the self-esteem that you have? Is it a low self-esteem about yourself or a high self-esteem? Like, do you believe in yourself? Do you love your body? Do you love the kind of person you are? If not, then you easily be swayed by this worldly standards or society standards that has been said that you're supposed to look this way in order to be pretty. You're supposed to have these features in order to be pretty or beautiful or nice.
Okay, so I think majority of people do it to attract men, even though they do it for self-fulfillment, but they do it to attract men because men like to see nice body shapes, like curvy women. They like it. They are attracted to that. And a lot of women in our generation are insecure about their bodies. Like, I don't know, they feel men won't be attracted to them if they have a big tummy in a dress, or maybe if they have small nyash, this kind of things. Yes. So most people say they do it for self-fulfillment, but I think deep down it's for men. Because married people also do it for their husbands. Do you get it? So yeah, the whole thing boils down to doing it for men. That's what I think.
Loving me, no one, nothing from him. Anytime you want to see my feel ready for me.
Right, so welcome back. This is the Super Morning Show. You've heard from, many of you when we hit the street telling us why you think, women would want to undergo cosmetic surgery. You've heard from Dr. Pokuware Ampoma, who's a consultant plastic surgeon and CEO of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. He's been explaining, some of the reasons that they gave when they're coming for these cosmetic surgeries. You've heard from Abadope on, she going and saying, Doctor, what if my body? Now my mobile fit him. So she decided to go. She didn't go with any figure. She just says, look at me and make me nice. In studio is George Quay of Image Bureau, and Najile is also here. Raymond Akwa is also here. Najile of Hits FM here. I want us to find out. I just want to find out from all of you in studio before I get onto the phone lines again with Dr. Poku Ware Ampoma. Starting off with you, George. What do you think? Why do you think some women engage in cosmetic surgery or vanity surgery?
It's a very, very interesting question because just before we came on and I was having a convo with Najili, I'll say when I look back, not even look back, when you look across the beauty pageant scene, you look across the international model scene, you don't see a lot of chest or a lot of backsides. I mean, really, let's be frank. When we talk about body enhancements, usually it's chest and backsides. Yeah. That's what brings out the Coca-Cola and all the things that women believe men appreciate. So how come these important shows, these international models, these beauty pageants, even locally, when you look across from Miss Ghana to Miss Malaika to all our top beauty pageants, when I'm looking through, I don't see it being about body shapes. It's more about brains and beauty of face, and generally it's a lot of, at least I can say that for Miss Malaika. I worked with the team for a while. I mean, brains do count a lot. It's not really about body curves or shapes, but there's also no denying the fact that men are attracted by sight. We cannot run away from that fact. I mean, if we were all sitting outside, maybe, or standing on the car park, and a girl passed, and she is, let's even say, a beauty queen, no, voluminous curves or anything of the sort. We'll just, that's a pretty girl. But if one passed with the curves, boys will go like, damn. So the question now becomes, do women do it for men, or do women do it for them? Some would argue they do it for their own self-esteem. But if it is about self-esteem, do you necessarily need to go under a knife to get the curves that you want when you can actually get same from a gym? Because I know women who've hit the gym and they've gotten the curves that they want. And actually, yes.
MFR has been exercising for almost 2 decades.
What kind of exercise? That's the question.
Please continue. Don't mind Raymond's distraction. Go ahead.
Then again, we need to also appreciate. So there's that argument about, are they doing it for the men or are they doing it for themselves? It is hard to say. I honestly do not know. Because for those that are doing it for themselves, what for? What are you doing it for? Do you need your body curves to define who you should be? Do you need people to turn heads when you enter a room before you can speak? Do you need people to see you in a particular way, to think about you in a particular way before you can achieve your dreams?
Let me bring Najili. Najili.
It's how do I put it? You know, back then, let me start from the beauty pageant conversation he started with. Back in the day, years ago, women were not eating, taking all sorts of medication so they can become slim.
Yeah.
And to the point that people became anorexic. People who wanted to be models were trying not to eat, were not taking blood supplements and stuff because they claim certain vitamins and stuff they eat will make them eat more and things like that. Some people tried. Look, I've been in a pharmacy when I was young. A lady came and she was a model back then and said that she was pregnant. I think, about 16 or so. I was helping with my aunt's pharmacy in Usurich Court Pharmacy. And she walks in and she was so unhappy about being pregnant, because she was worried about her figure. And she's not, well, I'm sure she's just, the model figure, what she's talking about for beauty pageants. At 16, I couldn't understand the reason why she said she can't do this, she can't have a baby. I was surprised because you're grown, you have a life and everything. You should be excited about having a child. Then I grew up and I realized that a lot of people wanted to be slim. You understand me? So I think it's become a different century. Now we are in a different century, 10 of events. Now the hourglass figure is what is being appreciated. And mind you, like you said, when a lady who has all the amazing parts passes, everybody, tends to look at it and go like, wow. Even women do look and go like, oh, sister, when you went for pound, I would say women do these things because, like me, we all have insecurities about some body part. Oh, we all do. Oh, please. We all do have insecurities. Unless they tell me that Ajele is being unrealistic. I have insecurities too. Oh, yes. I've said this on Sit Sense with Araba and Roslyn. And I told them about a point where I was uncomfortable about my tummy. I know you and I have had this conversation before. I told you I was uncomfortable. I felt my tummy was bulging. And Kweku Superpower was talking about the fact that a woman with enough body parts should have some folds. And also,
wait, under what circumstance were you and Winston having conversations?
He's my brother at work.
So you had a conversation at work?
We have, with MFR Power and everybody else.
Okay,
we all have conversations.
just for clarity.
Raymond, behave yourself.
You and Winston were talking
about you. But the thing is, unknown to everybody, I told my therapist about what was wrong with me and the fact that I didn't like my body. And he didn't say anything. She also had two of them, very good friends of mine. And they didn't say anything because they know me. When it comes to when a price tag is put on something, I would rethink it. I said, okay. I went to see a plastic surgeon to have a conversation. I'm telling you, I was depressed about it. I was worried about myself because there's in particular clothes I couldn't wear and I wanted to wear them. And I was so worried, so conscious about the fact that when I have to go on TV, I have to breathe in and suck it in, suck the tummy in. You understand me? So Doc is very, he's been honest about it. I've had this conversation with friends and they go like, nah, don't worry about it. I was worried. I can hear you telling me that don't worry about it, but that it's not registering up here in my brain. You understand me? I had a conversation.
And
talked about
don't worry means worry.
Oh yeah, especially when you walk into a room and go like, hey, your stomach is showing. Hey, oh yeah, my show.
But what's wrong with your stomach showing?
No, because there's a particular, idea. Hey, you don't want to hear you become fat. Sometimes you don't want to hear. After I've had two beautiful kids, and they're old enough. They're about 9, between 9 and 8. Very cute kids, very intelligent. I've even had conversations with them, and they laugh about it because they don't see anything wrong with it. Now I go speak to this plastic surgeon, and he's talking about going under the knife and cutting me here, and I've already gone under the knife for a medical procedure. I was like, and he said it was about close to between a range of about $30,000 to $50,000. I was like, you know what, deuces. I'll see you another time.
But for the money, you'd have done it.
Then again, let me add the fact that I'm a Fieru. No, I'm not going to cut myself up. No. So it took time having conversations with my psychological friends, psychologists as friends. And, I got to the point where I decided, let me do what is comfortable for me. Let me cut out the junk food and the sodas and stuff like that. And here I am.
I mean, if I get to Dr. Opoku Ariampoma, so
in your case, was it a confidence issue?
Yeah,
Because you-
no,
and-
it affects your self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
It's you. It's not. It's a psychological thing. It's you
But
thinking that
it
you're
also
not.
introduces another angle. So you are listening to what people were saying.
Yes, and people passing comments.
And-
like, let me give you. Before we came on air, I
It's
mentioned to
taking
you that
feedback.
one of our colleagues said yesterday I was pregnant. Look at somebody. I'm working on myself. I've lost about 8 to 10 kids, and the person says I look pregnant. Hey, everything started going up. The sirens in my head started going off. Like, but I was able to calm myself down. It was just a hoodie that had a bulge in the front because my phone and my keys were over there. And I go like, yo, I'm taking my time to lose whatever weight I'm not I'm worried about. So why should that get to me? But then again, if I had answered and said I'm not pregnant, what's he going to say? Hey, then you're putting on weight too. You understand me? Sometimes the feedback is unnecessary. Whether it's up to where the person's mind is. We tease Raymond about his belly most of the time, and he was working on himself until he decided that he was going to eat fufu, and then he ruined the whole diet. Please keep quiet. Keep quiet. Keep quiet.
Let me go to
Why didn't
Dr.
you say what-
Opoku-Ariampoma. Why didn't she say what?
You.
Me?
No.
What is she saying? Nothing.
There's a post belly, but we understand.
Yeah.
They
People
say
use
six
butter
cars, 6 cars are better than 6 packs. Let me get onto the phone line. So, Dr. Mpoma, now, Najeli Doku has, confirmed all the things that you've said. Of course, some of them are very much concerned about their confidence and all. But you've talked about the risk associated with this. You've asked, while you were wrapping up, you said sometimes you ask the people, why would you want to undergo all these risks just to engage in a vanity surgery? Tell us some of the, risk associated with, particularly, first of all, let's look at the procedure briefly, and then we'll look at the risk associated with it.
Thank you very much. You've asked me a very, the question is, depends on what it is that you are trying to do. So, are we talking about cosmetic surgery in general, or we are talking about a particular type of
in general?
surgery?
In general.
Okay. So, the risks depend on which part of the body that you are working on. Okay. So, there are procedures like liposuction where we are trying to remove extra fat from one part of the body. We also have lipofilling or fat grafting or fat injection where we use the fat that is removed from that part of the body, process it, and then inject it into another part of the body to enhance it. Usually, typical area that is done is the butt area to make it more, give it a more rounded appearance so that it looks better in clothes and makes it more pretty and looks more youthful. So those are some of the procedures. But the fact that a number of these procedures may be done under a general anesthetic, or for some of them, the very limited ones, we can do it under a local anesthetic and some sedation. So, and then the people generally have some maybe diseases already. So you need to take a history of the individual concerned and find out do they have any bleeding tendency? Are they on any medications that will cause them to bleed afterwards? Do they have any history of, for instance, like sickle cell disease, which is common in our environment? And sickle cell patients have got a higher risk when it comes to surgery if they have things like diabetes, uncontrolled hypertension, and so on. Any disease in any of the parts of the body. Some of the women are walking around, some of them are already anemic, so some of these procedures can actually tip them into severe anemia and some of the complications. Some patients also have got some conditions that make them tend to heal poorly. In fact, for some of the women, for instance, because of this craze about looking light-skinned, some of them are applying all sorts of ointments to their body, which bleaches the skin. And it actually affects the building blocks of the skin, which is the collagen structure. And this makes them poor candidates for wound healing. So some of these women go in for these procedures, and they have very disastrous results because of some of them. So in fact, for some of them, even if we agree to go ahead, we have to treat them and try and reverse some of these things before we can go ahead and do these procedures. So in fact, in terms of the procedure, so there are those associated with just going under anesthesia, and then there are also those associated with the procedure itself. Now, the thing is that if you are being treated by somebody who is trained and competent, and he has a competent team and doing it in the right environment, then your risks are much lower. But then if you're doing it with somebody who is not properly trained, then of course your risks are, multiplied, and that is where some of the serious disasters do happen.
Okay. Now, let me just find out something. So you talked about, the butt lift, for instance, taking fats from one part of the body to the other, and that's the end of, is it once you do, you undergo a particular procedure, is that it, or you'd have to come back again?
Okay, so it also depends on the client's expectations, and also so what we do is that we customize a procedure for the individual. So we look at the individual, what their aspirations are, and then first of all we have to decide whether this is a realistic expectation or not. So in fact, there are patients that I've had to refer to psychologists because these patients have got very unrealistic expectations. And you know that definitely whatever procedure they are asking for will not meet the kind of expectation that they want. And so this is a red flag because you cannot treat, if somebody has got serious psychological problems, you cannot treat it with surgery. So those have to be referred to a psychologist to get to and help them to come to terms with who they are and what body they've been given, by God. So that is that. And then for those that even you are good candidates for the procedure, you also have to manage their expectations so that it is more realistic. Because sometimes people have this overblown idea of what surgery can achieve. Okay, although yes, sometimes surgery can achieve some amazing results. It is you can't just come and bring a picture of Beyonce and say, "Oh, please, can you make me look like that?" Because you have a different body structure, you have a different body type, and all that. So who we are is depending by our genetics. So you come into the world, you have a certain body type, and the way you put on fat, the way your body is structured is different from another person. In fact, as we age, we all age slightly differently from other people. There are some people who are 70 years, but they look like 50. There are other people too in their 40s and 50s who think that they are in the 70s. So we have a different genetics. So everybody is a bit different, and also some of the lifestyle diseases and other conditions of life also affect people differently. So you need to make an assessment of all this and decide what is appropriate for the individual in question. And then you also need to see some people, especially in a part of the world, because finance is an issue. People think that, some of the celebrities got there by just one operation, try and do everything at a go. There's only so much that the body can tolerate at a time. And that is where, if the practitioner is not somebody who is well experienced, then they try and do too much, and that is where some of the disasters also happen. So some of them, you may have to stage the procedures so that you do a bit at a time. But so for some, you can do it all in one stage. So it depends on the individual.
Now, Dr. Mpoma, the other question is where to do it. Because, some people go to different places these days. We're told there are fillings and what have you. Where would be the best place to have these cosmetic surgeries?
And so you need to, first of all, check out the credentials of whoever you are seeing. It has to be a qualified, board-certified plastic surgeon, because by virtue of the training, you see what you get from a trained person is that the trained person, has been schooled in the technique, and also has to meet a certain minimum standard before they are passed or certified to practice. The other thing is that a trained person is also taught to avoid certain complications, and also through the complication occur, the trained person can spot it early on and deal with it before it becomes an issue. And also they are trained to even deal with various types of complications. So unfortunately, because this is an area which experienced a boom in the last several years, and there's a lot of women wanting to do it. So of course we also have doctors who are not, in fact, there are some people who are not even doctors at all. Mm-hmm. There are some who are also doctors but have not had the requisite training, who are also dabbling in this thing because, of course, there's also the financial incentive for that. And so some of these people are not really that experienced to do so. So they attempt, of course, they may get some good results. And one of the deceptive things about it is that because of social media, people will put up also pictures on their website. Now, if you are a surgeon and you did 100 operations, and even 20 of them went bad. That's a bad result. I mean, that is bad. Okay. So somebody may do 100, maybe the 70 of them are bad, but then the 30 that are good, you put them up on his website, and you think, well, this guy is a great guy, and then you go there, and then you have a disaster. So you need to research who you are, the practitioner, what is qualification. Then the other thing is that where is he practicing? Is he in a licensed facility that does these things regularly? Because he doesn't work alone. He works with a team of staff, and especially the anesthetist, the one who is going to look after you whilst you are sedated or you've gone under full anesthesia. That's very, very critical, because some of them, because of cost cutting, they'll use a less qualified person to do the anesthesia, and then sometimes it results in some of the disasters. The third thing is also the kind of team he's working in. Is he just a lone ranger, or does he have a team of people? Because when you have a team of people, then you have different opinions, different experiences coming to bear on the patient's safety. So that somebody may pick up something that the surgeon has missed. So it is very important that you look at the team dynamic and the team setting, and then the other players, because your post-op care, you need nurses who are critical care. Sometimes you may need critical care nurses, you may need other cases of staff, physiotherapists, and the laboratory staff and all the other support staff to help you. So these are all parts of the evolution or the journey of the patient through this kind of process. It all helps to add the element of safety, because cosmetic surgery is not worth dying for. And so that's what I always tell my patients, that this is not life and death. So if there's an issue, then it needs to be addressed properly. So the margin for error is very little in cosmetic surgery, because the person comes to the doctor already well. They are not sick. So whatever you do, you have to return them back to their healthy state. So you do not cut corners or do not compromise on safety at all. That is a no-no. Of course, in the regular, let's say if somebody comes in with a disease condition and it's urgent, then you have no option than to go in, because you need to do that to save their lives. But then when it's a cosmetic procedure, you have time, because it's not an urgent thing. So you need to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed before you go ahead.
Great. So we know that HEFRA, licenses, institutions or facilities to perform certain kind of procedures. Do we have, HEFRA licensed facilities in this country that engage in these cosmetic surgeries?
Yes. So yes. So HEFRA licenses facilities to perform particular procedures. So under the HEFRA, if there's an accredited plastic surgeon, they would accredit the facility to perform some of those procedures. And so that's why it's important to also go for facilities that are duly registered, and then the practitioners are duly registered with the requisite professional bodies, because anyone who is properly registered will not want to lose their license because of unsafe practice. So they have a higher bar to meet. And so all those things have to be looked into before you go ahead.
In Ghana here, do we have them?
We do.
Oh, wow.
Okay. About how many of them? Where are they? If you know.
You ask me to run adverts for people.
Without mentioning names, can we come to Kolebu?
Yes, because Kolebu is the main center. That's where we have the greatest collection of plastic surgery manpower and expertise in the country.
Oh, okay. At least we know Kolebu does it, so that's a safe place where you can come, right?
Yes.
All right, Dr. Opoku Wari Ampoma, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We're very grateful to you.
You're most welcome.
Right, so that's Dr. Opoku Wari Ampoma, who is consultant plastic surgeon and CEO of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, joining us to help us understand. And Raymond, you've been pressing your tummy. What's the problem?
Yeah.
I feel a bit uncomfortable within the tummy. It has nothing to do with the size of it. This one that you want to force it into.
But
focus.
Najeli makes the point.
Yeah.
She's raised the confidence issue. Mm-hmm. And, Dr. Ampoma also made the point that some people come in because they see a lot of pictures, on social media. Now, the whole confidence issue and doing this to please the opposite sex, there's just a thin line in there. Because sometimes, could it not be the case that you are not confident because you think the opposite sex is not, attracted to you, Raymond?
I get your point. In fact, 100%. And I'm not limiting it to only women, men. And it's not even a recent one. I was reading this book about the 14th century, where the definition of a knight was a man who was actually very fit. Yes, tall, fit, and a one who was deemed to be...
Why did you look at me when you said tall?
My brother. Okay, of course. Those of you with presidential heights.
No. But you can't say tall and look at me.
Okay, my apologies. So they framed it in a way that when Henry VIII, he was fat, became king, he was worried about his own weight, to the extent that there's the thinking that he introduced a law which basically banned people making inappropriate comments about weight. He did.
Yeah, the king.
And some even connect the choice of women he chose to the weight he had. That to him, if he had more beautiful women around him and consistently changed them, they would reflect his image. This is King of England. But it can be extended to all spheres. In fact, and beauty standards change. Let's not get it wrong. There was a time in the 16th century, women with larger girth were associated with women who can give birth. They were more productive. They were the standard of beauty. When the commercialization came in, it moved to the point where if you are slimmer, healthier, which is not automatic though, slimmer, perceived to be healthier, you became the standard. So a model is a mind's picture of what a real thing looks like. So models became all slim people. There were sometimes, even in the 90s, an attempt to make changes. So some movies came out where bigger women almost staged a comeback. But this one, the focus is where there is an accumulation and the figure is supposed to be. And let's not get it wrong. There are varied reasons people are doing these things. Nobody can dismiss the fact that most people have their self-worth connected to their body mass. Nobody can dismiss that.
True.
Because you live with human beings.
True.
Very
if
true.
every day you wake up and your wife or your husband's main comment is that, hey, you do the Oboshi, when are you going to reduce this? When are you going to... It affects you. And when you meet the same kind of commentary on the streets and in the office and other places, you are tempted to see that as feedback for you to work on. And to some, they have to do more to maintain that. See, aging, especially when you reach a certain middle age, there are a lot of factors that go into your mind. There's a middle age crisis that makes you question not only what you are doing, but what your body is evolving into. So after that, you might have had a child or anything like that. You will think the best way to go is to improve it. In and of itself, there's nothing wrong with it, because we try to improve everything.
True.
In any case, why? Nobody should be happy they are fat. Let's be clear. It's not healthy. Yeah. And if you have met your doctor properly and he talked to you about your, what they call it, cholesterol and other things, there's every good reason to reduce, but these are for health reasons. But what we are talking about here is purely for the cosmetic value. So if you want to do it, it's because you want to present a certain appeal. Like people put on makeups, which might be temporal though. No, they don't do it's not permanent, right?
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, because you're putting on white. Like people do other things to enhance their outlook. We all do. We wear clothes and other things. When you abuse it, it becomes a problem. When you go to the extent of engaging in risky business just to do that, it becomes a problem.
Okay.
When you make it a business venture to attract the higher end of the opposite sex, because in all fairness, nobody goes to do a butt lift to get a poor man.
Hold on 1 minute.
Wait.
Hold on. We'll be right back after these messages, and then we'll activate the phone lines and get to hear from you why you think a woman may want to do that. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new Techno Spark 10 series. Memory and never lose any. 32 megapixels megapixels glowing selfie camera and 50 megapixels AI rear camera. Get your Techno Spark 10 series. Visit the nearest Techno accredited shop and join the glowing selfie gang.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call, and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID, no savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Young cotton donut. Donut, donut. Malaria syrup donut. Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till no not now. Oh, one toe. Malaria chill. Oh, popo. What do you need? I want you. No, no, not. A tobacco. No, no, not. A damien. No, no, not. A damien, sir. No, no, not. No. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa wumujam ansana wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
Anytime is a good time to have a break. Introducing Munchie Anytime Crackers. It's perfect for break times, party times, movie times, and snack times. Savor the moment. Enjoy Munchie Anytime Crackers anytime. Munchie Anytime Crackers. It's light and tasty.
This advert is FDA approved.
Your office they shine. Oh.
Yes, so I tell you say for proper and modern ceiling solutions, the answer be Interface Limited. Them get in stock acoustic ceilings where you go fit make your office fine like my own.
Or even better pass your own self.
We can better pass my own.
Shall I go Interface right now?
Interface Limited is the leading supplier and installer of finishing input materials for the building and construction industry in Ghana. Call us on 0274 999999 or visit our website at
www.interfacelimited.net. Facebook, Interface Limited GH. Instagram, interface.limited.
Prepare for an unforgettable theatrical experience as Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and Joy FM, present A Detective Calls.
You must apologize to her at once. Apologize for what? Doing my duty?
The most intriguing play of the year returns to the National Theatre, Saturday 3rd and Sunday 4th June, for two captivating shows each day at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m.
It didn't seem like such a terrible thing at the time. Don't you understand?
Grab a ticket for this highly anticipated rerun for only 150 cities at Kuala, Airport Shell, Nalim Stores, Petronas Hotel, Frankie's, or online at www.imagebrogh.com or dial *713*101#, supported by Neeplant Car Rentals, Digicraft, Daily Guide, sponsors The Sport Furniture, Saka Homes, and Detective Calls.
Because you're not the kind of father a chap could come to when you're in trouble, that's why. Hey, don't talk to me like that.
This is not a comedy.
Him love the way me put it on him. Spin and spin up until me done him. Strictly loving me, no one nothing from him. Anytime he wants to see my be ready for me.
Small skin tight. Anyway, so folks, we're activating the phone lines on 0302 216 541 and 05511119997. Please join us and tell us why you think some women engage in cosmetic surgery. Is it for the confidence, or is just to attract the high end of the opposite sex. Give us a call, and if you're a lady and you've undergone that procedure, I'd love to know what your experiences are. Okay, so please join us on 0302 216 541 or 055 1111997. And the attention of the Electricity Company of Ghana has been drawn to activities of fraudsters who call ECG members in the name of ECG to make payments to certain mobile money accounts to access ECG services. Customers should please note that ECG staff do not demand payment for services through phone calls. Customers are strongly advised to personally initiate transactions through the ECG Power mobile app and short code *226# for all payments. The ECG mobile app ECG Power can be downloaded from the ECG website, that's ecg.com.gh, Play Store or App Store for convenience in transacting business with ECG. Customers can also visit any ECG office for assistance to access the ECG mobile app and other ECG services. Management of ECG takes this opportunity to urge all customers to beware of these fraudsters and report such incidents to the security agencies or the nearest ECG office to assist ECG to track and bring these fraudsters to book. Help ECG to serve you better.
Now it's your time to enjoy the Royal Foam mattress at an affordable rate. Things are really hard and price of goods and services are on the rise every single day. That's why Royal Foam is bringing you a sales promotion dubbed Wonsu Mbrindie. It's your time to enjoy a 10% discount of the current price of our mattresses. Yes, a 10% discount on our mattresses with free pillows in addition. Now, so rush to all Royal Foam shops and get a 10% discount on every mattress purchase, as well as enjoy our free pillow. You want to do so? Call us 020-227-1000. 020-227-1000 for more information. Royal Foam, rest assured.
So you can join us now on 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111997. 055 1111997. Let's get onto the phone lines now. We have Isaac James from Legon. Isaac James, good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor. How are you?
I am fine, Isaac. How about you?
Yeah, I'm enjoying God's blessings. It's been a while.
Sure.
Nowadays, you don't add the ancestor to your name. At least once a while, add it for us today, because you know you are our ancestor. Anyway, regards to Raymond and KY.
Okay, sure.
In fact, you see, I don't think men really want this, because most of these women that have done these things are not married women. Most of them are not married. So why do we go for the natural ones because men, we like the natural things. So if you go for those ones, probably some men will like to use you, when they want to, and then dump you somewhere. That is the only thing you can get out of this. But I don't think, because our mothers and our grandmothers during that time, they were getting married without all these things. Because God has given you something. There are men that like the big bottles. There are men that like medium. There are men that like slim. So everybody and their preference. So I don't think they are doing this thing because they want to attract men for marriage. I'm sure maybe they have different mindsets. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Isaac James. And these are partners. They are not using one partner. They decide to engage in something. You can also join us on 0302 216 541 or 055 1111997. And the question this morning is, why do you think some women engage in the Brazilian butt lift or cosmetic surgery? Okay, why do some women, for instance, want to enhance their back size? Is it just because of their confidence, or is to attract the other sex? Anyway, Nana Kwesi is in Medina. Nana Kwesi, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm great. So the reasons are all that has been said already. I just want to talk about the relationship-based stuff. Yeah, like they say, men are moved by what they see. Maybe 100% true, maybe not. However, yes, I'll see you with that body and say, wow, but that wouldn't be enough for me to settle with you. If you are not correct, the body wouldn't mean anything to me, honestly. So if you are doing it because of that, then maybe you should reconsider.
Okay.
So if you are one correct person or not body, the friend say, so if you are not correct, my sister, your big body, whatever, no, it's useless to me.
Okay.
It only serve as a plus if you are correct. You understand? A bonus. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Nana Kwesi. Let's get to Abigail in Sakaman. Let's find out from Abigail. Abigail, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yes, Abigail.
So, the reason why most women some women, would like to engage in this cosmetic surgery, like the lady in the studio rightly said, it's not purely because they want to attract the opposite sex. At times, the confidence they don't have in themselves. Because if you are a lady and at times, like she said, somebody comments, they are going fast. The way it's head, I don't know why that particular statement really is. It's like, how am I doing? And at the same instance, somebody will meet and say, you're coming down. You're like, so how do people see you? So what you have to do, I think, is to just build the confidence in you. You are you. Just love yourself the way you are. And like the other caller said, there are men who like all different shapes, different sizes. Your man will come. Thank you.
Okay. But Abigail, so let me find out from you. Would you want to do that?
Sorry?
Would you want to do that? I mean, do you have a problem doing that?
Not at all. By the grace of God, I'm well endowed and shapy.
Allah.
That's why she's speaking like that.
Somebody says that's why you're speaking like that. Anyway, thank you very, very much, Abigail from Sakaman. You know, I like the bit of by the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
Well endowed.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like me, by the grace of God, I'm very tall.
Zoom.
Yeah.
So proof
of it. A Zoom call so that we can see.
Let's go to Ferguson in Accra. Ferguson.
Yes.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Very fine. How are you too?
We're all fine, Ferguson.
You see, the whole thing is interesting and funny as well. You know, a short while ago, people were thinking of sculpturing their body, where people were taking off part of their body in order for them to become very slim to, get attracted to men. Today, what do we see? We see people trying to sort of enhance their bodies for them to look at. So what at all do our women want in life? This is my simple question. Thank you very much.
Hold on. Answer that question before you go. Ferguson, what do you think they want?
What I understand is that fashion fades with time. So if, let's say, you are slim, tomorrow people will get attracted to you. Today maybe they are not attracted to you, but then know that tomorrow will be your thing. That is my answer.
All right. Thank you very much, Ferguson. You can also get in touch with us on 0302-216-541, 0302-216-541, and then 055-1111997. Why do you think women, engage in cosmetic surgery? Is it for their confidence or just to attract the other sex? And if you are a man, would you get attracted to a woman who's undergone cosmetic surgery? That's if you will know.
How would you know?
That's the thing. How you will know? But Wilson,
it doesn't come with a label.
No, it doesn't. There is another aspect that we haven't looked at. There are women who suffer a psychological disorder known as BDD, body dysmorphic disorder. And those women are never satisfied. Well, maybe a particular part of their body. Maybe a nose that they think is too broad, a lip that they think is too raised, an ear that they think is too wide, or any part of the body. And for those people, it doesn't matter how many surgeries they go through. Usually, they are never satisfied. They end up fighting with the surgeons and all those things. Them today. So today, you would see the person go do a certain change, and then 6 months later, there's another change, another 10 months. Those people need psychological treatment. They don't need body enhancements.
Let's go to Tema. Batros, good morning. Hello, is that Butros?
Butros.
Butros Gali. Butros, good morning.
How about Avi?
We did. Yourself?
I do.
Great.
Yes. I think that the question you are asking to be based on a multiplicity of factors. Depends on who we speak to. For some people, they will go in for it just to impress. If a guy is going in for a lady, he looks at how endowed the lady is. Some also look beyond it. But I am saying that you, the host, you should be asking yourself why men go in for a woman for women who are really endowed.
Boutros, why do men go in for them?
Or I'm coming. Or you ask the woman. You call the you do this segment should be for the women. Ask them why they do that. Is it to impress or is it to boost self-confidence? If you are able to do that, then we can all know. I mean, there are experts all over the place, people who are well versed in mathematics matters like Kodori and all people. So, I mean, you can ask them and then they will be able to tell us what really is the issues.
All right. Thank you very, very much for...
I told you...
yes, Boutros, you thought I was going to do what?
Boutros, when Boutros was talking, I'm into events. And sometimes we engage third parties, ushers and stuff like that. So a lot of these ushering companies, their bosses are friends, and I was having a conversation with one of them the other day, and she was like, look, my girls, when they go out, there's one particular one with curves. The last time they went out, she came back with 32 complimentary cards.
Yeah.
32.
We see them all the time.
32 complimentary cards.
those are the ones that they give it to.
Yeah.
Like
the ones with
the
but the others are there. But the ones with the curves, they get 32 complimentary cards. And these are not complimentary cards of small boys.
Yes. Big man.
Yeah. 32. Yeah, 32, the one with the curves. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into the tweets.
Cranton Emmanuel says, they say to improve their appearance, enhance their physical, and build their confidence level altogether. Edwin Amegashi said, it's just unnecessary pressure to feel accepted. Social media pressure and hype. Nothing much. Mohammed Jamal said, this is all a lack of confidence anyway. At Fella One, it's always the issue to do with confidence. And Levi Uchiha says, it is to boost their confidence, of course, a large part of which, well, the point he's making is that a large part of which comes from their ability to attract men. But I would say women are their worst enemy. I've never seen a man tear down a woman based on their appearance as much as a woman can. Women create beauty standards. And Villa 60 says, the side effects and future challenges are known and obvious. There's an urgent need for education. And Kanavo Ido said, age will always catch up with you. One day that body will not make any sense to you. And Katali says here, well, don't worry about advising. They will do it on their own. And Dr. Flip said, it's not worth it at all. That's also being put out there by some of the messages you have on social media, Wasting.
George, before we go for a break, a detective calls.
Yes, this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday. And Raymond has just confirmed that he's coming on Sunday. Is it 4 p.m. or 8 p.m.? Which one?
Answer the question.
Now, since you are forcing me to confirm that I'll come, after the coming, I'll come.
Good.
Yeah, but I'm unsure of the exact time.
The exact time. Okay. Don't worry. No worry. So we'll see you on Sunday. Yes. And, it's by popular request. We did it for the first time in April. And, the whole of May, our phone lines didn't stop ringing. Everybody wanted to see it again, especially those who missed it. So we figured we should bring it back. And as I've always said, this is the only Bible message that doesn't have a single quote from the Bible. It is the word of God on stage. You need to come see it. You need to come see it to learn how to treat people better, to learn how to interact with people better, to learn how to live with people better, to learn how to be a better person yourself. And trust me, everybody will find him or herself on that stage without necessarily being on the stage.
So Saturday and Sunday, 4
p.m. and 8 p.m., National Theatre.
How much is it going for?
Just 150 cedis.
Just 150.
Just 150. Salaries have just been paid, so
So people can grab it.
People can grab it.
I'm told the first 10 people who come to...
First 10 people who come to the front desk of Joy FM are getting free tickets to come see the show tomorrow. Because
when they come, they should indicate that they heard you.
They heard me.
George Quinn.
Right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy.
That they should come for it. 10 tickets.
10 tickets. Yes. Okay. They can ask for the man who wears fugu, Sami Odame. Yes. Sami Batakari will sort it out for them. So we'd love to see everyone tomorrow. Be there. Let's have some fun. First show is at 4 p.m. and we start at 4 p.m. Second show is at 8 p.m. And let's have some fun. Come with the entire family. This one is child friendly, so come with the entire family. Come with your staff. This is something that managers should buy for their staff to come see. Because trust me, when your staff come to see it, their work ethic will be better. They would give you more. They would deliver more, and they are going to be honest. That's very important.
Great. We'll be right back.
All right. Thank you.
We have begun the One Village, One Dam initiative, and you here in Bogo can see for yourself. 570 are being built.
One Village, One Dam. After the fanfare, we go back to Ayopia in the Bongo district of the Upper East region, where it all started.
Somebody should be answering the questions. Why? What happened? We need to hold people accountable. We can't just say it has failed, therefore, that be it.
How much is the average cost of the dam?
It's from between 230 to 250,000. The highest is the 250,000.
But how much was really spent? Thirsty Dams, a Johnny's Hotline documentary by Jojo Kobina. Coming soon.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town.